Figure Fight Club community. Welcome to Figure Fight Club.
Giveaway, you say? Oh yeah, Figure Fight Club is the official giveaway channel of Action Figure YouTube.
Thank you, members, for the love you bring, for every shared story and the joy you sing. To our sponsors, your support's the key. Together we build this legacy. Collectors unite in this fight we thrive. Figure Fight Club, our passions alive. Yeah. Unboxings and battles, the thrill of every find. Trading tales and treasures.
Creativity, nothing here to lose. Set the stage for infinity, creating fantasy for all the world to see.
Imagination runs wild. Endless possibility. Action figure photos, the ultimate therapy. Creating artistry for all the world to see.
Get the lighting just right. Pick your character. Set the props in motion. Tiny clothing.
Take the shot. Welcome to the show.
Welcome Thursday night to Taking the Shot on the Figure Fight Club Network. I don't get tired of saying that. It's fun. I'm your host, Loucifer, old man Loucifer, LucidaBase3 on Instagram. How you guys doing tonight? Good to see everybody out watching with us. Got a great show tonight. I've been looking forward to this one for a while, actually, and so really excited. But housekeeping. I want to go ahead and give a shout out and a thanks to our sponsors, Sys3D Arsenal and Collecticon. If you use code FFC10, you can get a 10% discount on your entire order. Go check them out. Sys3D Arsenal for dio accessories, amazing stuff. I've got quite a bit, been showing it off because I dig it. It works great for my photography. Collecticon for your Transformers needs. Also, a big shout out to Articulated Empire, who's graciously donated figures for our giveaways. We are the king of giveaways. Abby's the king of giveaways. I do it once in a while, maybe. We'll see. Anyway, moving along, I want to first introduce our special co-host of the evening. I'm stuttering and stumbling over my words. That's how freaking excited I am today. See, I'm still stumbling. But our co-host for the evening is the hottest free agent in action figure YouTube. He's been around here before. You've seen him numerous times. He's pulling double duty tonight. Our very own friend, Sneaky Figures. Let me bring you up to the stage, Sneaky, and boom.
Hey, what's going on, y'all?
What's going on, Sneaky? How you doing tonight?
Good. Just looking forward to the show as well. Very excited for your guest of the evening today. He does some great stuff. So I'm happy to be invited back on to host with you with such a great guest. See, I'm stuttering too now, Lou.
Both of us. We're all screwing up tonight. I love it.
Yep.
Very cool. Well, before we bring our guest out, real quick, I want to jump in and just acknowledge the chat and see who's out here tonight. And we've got looks like a full crew out here. Son of Crayon Slayer, thank you as always for showing up and hanging out with us. Appreciate you. Stu, hit like and subscribe. Yes, please. Like and subscribe. And spread the word. If you want your photography to be showcased here, we definitely would love to do so. So spread the word. Hashtag Taking the Shot FFC. Stu says, hit like and subscribe. We'll hopefully be back to catch you more on the show. If not, Replay Warriors Unite. Thank you, Stu, as always, man. Hopefully we'll see you in a bit. Magna Figure Photos, Winford. It's
Magna.
almost time. It is now time, my friend. How you doing, brother? We got Video Power Gaming. And if I can hit the button right. What's going on, brother? Good
What
to see
up?
you. Thanks for coming out. GI Jedi greetings. GI Jedi greetings, everyone. Good to see you,
Yo,
bud.
yo.
We've got Menjoza. What's up, Menjoza? Good to see you, my friend. Quentin. Hello. What's going on, Quentin? How
Quentin?
you doing? Just Jeff in the chat. Jeff, by the way, I had
Jeff.
not reached out to you. Thank you so much for Declan. He came safely. It took me an hour and a half to pull all that tape off, but he was solid and secure, and it was a great packaging job, my friend. Thank you very much. Let's see. We've got Alpha Red. What's up, Alpha Red? How you doing, brother? GI Jetman. What's going on, Jetman? Good to see you.
Yo, Jetman.
Apo Hulk. Howdy, Alpo.
Howdy, howdy.
Apo. Sorry, man. Words, they break and fall out of my mouth. It's just a mess. Last, we've got Figuring Things Out 84. Good Man Toys is who I want to be when I grow up. Me too, my friend. Me too.
Oh, Figuring Things Out 84. If you don't follow him on Instagram, follow him too. He does some sweet work as well.
Absolutely. I don't know if I'm going to have to look it up to see if I follow him already. If I don't, I'm following you after the show tonight. I trust Sneaky's word on these types of things. Magna Figure Photos. All right, Lou, how much have you had to drink tonight? I'm sober. It's nothing like Saturday night. I'm sober. I don't know if you got a chance to see Men on Film Saturday, Sneaky, but
Oh, I need to catch up. Yeah, I wasn't home at the time, so I got to catch up on that.
I decided to partake of the gift that Keith St. Bificus bestowed upon me at IshCon, a little bit of his special brew.
Oh,
And I don't drink much, so, and this stuff goes down smooth. So, yeah, it was a interesting night.
that strong stuff, huh?
Oh yeah, for sure. Now we've been keeping him waiting way too long, so I want to get to our guest and bring him out there. I know you've seen his work on Instagram. If you haven't already seen him here, or at least his work numerous times here on the show, he's all over Instagram. You probably follow him, quite frankly, and you should if you don't. Amazing photography. Want to welcome to the stage our guest, Brad, Good Man Toys. What's up, Brad? How you doing, brother?
What's up, man?
Good, fellas. How y'all?
Good,
Very
good.
Very good.
What's going on?
I appreciate the kind introduction. Humbling.
The true introduction, but you're welcome.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I've been. You're one of the first people that I started following on Instagram when I decided to try to take pictures and whatnot. I think I stumbled upon you. You know, I had very few who I had followed at that point, and your photography was just blowing me away every time. Like, who is this guy? So,
Thank you.
and yeah, absolutely. So, you doing all right tonight? I know this is your first time doing a YouTube show. Is that correct?
Yeah, first time of any kind of stream, podcast, YouTube, anything.
Okay.
I'm a virgin.
That cherry is popped.
That's right. And I feel special because, again, if people know your work, I feel pretty special that no one else actually asked you or I convinced you to, whichever it is. I feel good about that, my friend. Thank you.
Well,
Thank you for
I
letting us.
appreciate the invite.
Yeah, for sure.
Heck
Absolutely.
yes.
I got to check this out. Figuring Things Out. Lucifer voice makes me a. Oh, thank you very much.
If you guys don't know Figuring Things Out, that's Wade. He's a character. He's a really good friend. He's an amazing toy photographer as well.
Yep,
Yeah, awesome.
He's great too. Yeah.
Very, very cool. Yeah, like I said, if I don't follow you, and I don't think I do, I'm definitely following you later after the show. So we'll find out and see all that. So getting into it, Brad, you've been, toy collector, into photography. What got you started? How did you first get into toy collecting and then subsequently toy photography?
Well, I mean, I guess we all had toys as kids, right? For me, and growing up in the '80s, I started off with Masters of the Universe and GI Joe. Those were the first two things I ever remember having toys of and loving. And then, as we do, I become a teenager and early 20s, and everything kind of went away. At that time, you're focused on either school or girls or a new job or whatever. So everything kind of got put on the back burner. But then, come 30s, I guess nostalgia set in. Well,
Mhm.
actually, Motu Classics was the first thing that really hit me with the nostalgia when it came out, and I was like, oh, I had these guys when I was a kid, and these are newer and even better, and I got to have them. And so anyway, Motu Classics, and that got me back into toy collecting, and then the toy photography actually, the GI Joe classifieds really got me. I did it a little before classifieds, but
Mhm.
not a lot. I did some kind of outdoor stuff with the Motu classics, and I did just some other random stuff. I had a few Mezcos. Mezco caught me. Luck. I mean, I guess I'm one of the lucky ones. I got one of the original um PX Punisher that's like, I don't know, $400 or $500 now or something. I got it for $80 off the shelf, brand new. So I got lucky with a few of those things, being in it early. But
Mhm.
so the toy photography though really hit me with classifieds a couple of years ago. And I got more serious about it, but I was just using my phone until last year. I
Oh.
I felt that I had maxed out what I could do with the iPhone, and
Mhm.
I already had lights and I had dioramas. I mean, this stuff is not new. All of these diorama pieces behind me, I've some are new, but some I've had for years. So anyway, I got I finally got a DSLR last year, and I kind of feel like it just rocket shipped everything. And now I don't focus on anything but toy photography. Every day when I get home from work, from the time I get home till the wife says it's time for dinner, I'm setting up a shot every day.
Very cool. And
Nice,
figuring
nice.
things out, we will get to that. I promise you, sir.
Oh
We're gonna
yeah,
get to that in a minute. We're gonna
that's
get
one of
there.
my questions for sure.
We're gonna deep
I didn't
dive.
even see it because I was running my mouth.
Exactly. No, you're good. You're good.
Don't worry,
We'll get there,
it'll
and you
come.
won't be surprised by the question at all, because we talked a little bit the other day about it. So it's all good. Nothing to be worried about. So okay, so yeah, so and you put out photos consistently and constantly. So I mean, there's
Yeah,
yeah, definitely you're deep in it for sure.
yeah.
Would you say GI Joe's been your favorite overall? GI Joe's been your favorite to photograph? GI Joe Classified?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
G.I. Joe
Mhm.
Classifieds is number one without a doubt. And then I would say kind of Mezco comes in with random stuff. Like, actually, again, I got Mezco early on, like 2018, I think. I got that Punisher and I got a couple of other figures back then. But then I didn't buy any for until Mezco did G.I. Joe. And
Mhm.
I'm back in, 100% now. I've bought Casey Jones and Letterman and several of the
Mhm.
new ones, and I've snowballed back into Mezco again now. But Classifieds is absolutely number one.
Awesome. Yeah. Yeah. And that's, I think that's probably why I stumbled onto you early on, because that was my main focus was at that point was Classified and Balaverse Action Force was the other
Yeah,
I got into heavily. Started out with just as a supplement to Classified, but
yeah,
became completely its own thing, and got neck deep in that as well. So it's like in over our heads, probably.
yeah. Me,
So
think just like you, I've got Valaverse and Operation Monster Force because of GI Joe, though.
mhm, mhm. It was the gateway for sure, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
So did you have any background in photography before doing the
none.
toy photography? None. Okay.
Mm-mm.
All right. So you just decided one day, hey, I want to give this a shot. And how did you go about that process? How did that come about?
I think it was probably what started when I had the Motu Classics, and I had uh, to not go off on a completely unrelated thing. I had a very easy job where I was kind of like a courier, and I drove around a lot, and I was always seeing like cool little outdoor spots. And for some reason, I just decided to take classifieds with me in my bag to work one day and started setting them up outside. And again, if you look back at the Instagram from, I don't, what was that? Probably 2018, 2019. The pictures are ugly. They're not good, but that's what started me
Mhm.
liking photography. And then
Mhm.
again, I think classifieds really amplified it, though. It got me. I know it's not everyone's thing, but I grew up in the South and the Second Amendment and guns, and my dad's a gun collector, so that also appealed to me. Was not just not guns, but it's cool to build a pose them and all the things you can do. And I jumped head over feet into Gridiron and buying all their guns and all kinds of stuff. And there's just so many,
Me too, brother.
so many props, and there's just so many things you can do. It's just an endless thing. Where to me, again, the classifieds is so different, and Punisher is maybe one of those too, because obviously he has guns. But when you have Motu, for an example, you have some swords, maybe an axe, a shield. You don't have a lot of things, and then if you have street figures, there's things. I'm not dogging these things at all. Like I said, I've got Letterman and I've had a lot of fun playing with him, but there's just so many pieces that you can build worlds with the GI Joe, and that really appealed to me. And it was kind of like playing with your toys again, feeling like a kid again, but you play with them just enough to get them into that scene, into that story you want to tell, and then you spend another 5 hours working on lights and stuff.
Exactly. No, that's exactly what it is. It's a great way. That's the way I look at it often. It's a great way to utilize my collection and actually, play with my toys, right? And it's like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm not playing. I'm playing with my toys, but I'm taking pictures and setting things up. So I'm not playing with my toys.
Right. It's not the
Yeah.
Yeah.
not the kid version, but the adult version.
Adult version. Yeah. Yep.
Mhm. Jeff's asking what scale of Joe? And
Oh, they're 112, 6-inch.
112. Yeah.
Classified. Yeah.
Classified.
Yeah.
So now you were talking, you grew up with GI Joe. So you grew up with a real American hero,
Yes.
not the what Adventure Team or anything from the 70s or any of that kind of stuff. The 12-inch figures or any of that.
No, I was born in 81, so it was the early 80s.
I didn't mean to call you out on your
3-inch. Oh, it's fine.
Okay.
We're all pretty
Well,
similar in age. We're all between 35 and 60, so it is whatever.
we are right there. Absolutely. Okay. Yeah, no, and the same for me. I didn't have any of the when I was old enough to start understanding or playing with toys, I think is when Adventure Team was pretty much out. And I had a neighbor when I was little who had a bunch of them, so I remember them, but I didn't ever really play with them myself. I was too young. And then then GI Joe, a real American hero, hit, and it was all in for sure. I got a military father, so
Yeah.
But about you, Sneaky, you grew up with
Same real American hero as well too. Born in the 80s as well. So, I was a little bit later because, I was 84. So, I didn't really know G.I. Joe until I was maybe about 4 or 5 is when I started to, really understand what it was and like the figures and everything. And I didn't really have a lot of my own toys when it came to G.I. Joe, unless they were hand-me-downs from my older cousins. It wasn't until the comeback in the early 90s when I started seeing G.I. Joes on the shelves again. And that's when, my mom or dad would buy me figures. And then I still have a couple of these guys around the early 2000s G.I. Joe. So I still have Hooded Cobra Commander, guys. I got it before Hasbro did. I'm just kidding.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so same. And Brad, it's funny because I feel like we had a very similar journey from what you were saying, because I think what got me back into collecting as an adult too was also Motu, but it was the 2000 series that got me back in.
Yeah, so the Motu thing. Yeah, the Motu is that was not something I never. Well, I say I never got into it as a kid because I was pretty much given a choice. It was, we don't have all the money in the world, so you have to choose which one do you want, GI Joe or Masters of the Universe. And I would thank you so much figuring things out. We appreciate that, brother. You choose what you want, and it's like, okay, fine, I'll stick with GI Joe. It's fine. I like my GI Joe, and So that's why I didn't really necessarily get in. I loved the cartoon, but I never had the toys as a kid. So I had friends that did. So it was always fun to go over to their house and play with the Motu stuff for sure.
Hmm.
So and I want to bring this up. We kind of touched on this the other night when we were talking, and I said, okay, this will be great to talk about in the show. So shh, yeah. So we didn't dive too deep, but has photography changed the way you collect?
Yeah, for sure.
No.
It's I don't know how many times I look at a reveal of a new toy or whatever and think about photography when I think about it, and then uh, I know a lot of guys maybe are like army builders, so I never really think about that because it's really hard to get armies into a photo. So army builders for me is 2 or 3 guys. I'm not getting a dozen. I'm not getting 20, and I'm more than happy for anybody that wants to do it that way. But
Mhm.
again, I think the toy photography definitely influences what I like, what I want, what gets my attention, 100%.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I've found the same thing. I've kind of changed that style. Like when I started trying to do photography, and I've only been doing it for about a year, and I'm nowhere. I'm a newbie. Let's just face it, and that's cool. I own that, and I'm proud of it. But I there were a number of figures that I kind of wanted to figure out how to like have a whole pile of them in a photo. I
Mhm.
learned really quickly that it starts to be a mess when you try to do that.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
so you're right. The aspect of the army building, while it's still cool,
Mhm.
it's not necessarily beneficial for photography for sure.
Yeah, it's
It's
very challenging. Some
Yeah.
guys that are more better than me can certainly pull off army shots. But anytime if I
Mhm.
get more than, and most of the time I don't even aim for this, but if I get more than 6 figures in a shot, I'm struggling, and it's just a headache,
yeah,
and it ain't worth it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I hear that. I mean, like you said, there's so many guys that can pull it off well,
Yeah,
and I
Mhm.
feel like I do it good sometimes, but other times I feel like, oh man, I don't even know what to do anymore. Like I'm starting to have brain farts on my ideas, overcomplicate things. But yeah,
Yeah, that's something I struggle with too with the multiple. I feel that if I get more than about four, I'm really pushing it. And
hmm
you got like guys like the Amazing, who's got the one guy again, and that's one of his favorite things, one
Mhm.
against all type thing, and he does an
yeah,
amazing
Oh yeah,
job with
he's
with
he's really good. Yeah,
yeah. And I can't pull that off, man. I can't, and that's okay. Maybe one day I'll try and make it work, but it's fine. We'll stick with the three or four, and it'll be cool. I'll figuring things out. It says, "Good man's from the south." I thought it was an Australian accent. The southern draw draws more than Jim Lee.
oh Wade,
Yeah. So and that was funny because when we talked and we exchanged numbers, and I was telling Brad this, I saw
yeah.
the area code, and I got excited because it's a Georgia area code. I'm like, "Are you here?"
Oh, you guys are neighbors.
Yeah, we got
uh,
neighbors. But he's
11 years ago, maybe,
okay.
Okay.
Wow.
before I moved to California.
There
Oh
you
wait,
go.
you're,
Okay.
you're in California now?
Yeah.
He's with you.
Okay, now you're my neighbor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey. Nice, nice. Okay. What
Yep.
part of
Very cool.
California are you in?
Don't
Central
talk to yourself.
Coast, Monterey.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm south, so I'm a little bit away, but we're kind of neighbors.
Yeah, closer than Lou.
Yeah, much closer
Yeah,
than me.
right.
Yep, for sure. Thank you, Abby. We will keep it in the pants, I promise. So, diving back and Sneaky, did you have some questions tonight before I go too deep and go too crazy? We
Um,
hadn't discussed it this time around.
yeah, no. I do have some questions, but I want you to get into it a little bit more because I think my questions are gonna be a little bit, I won't say off track, but I want to give Brad more time to shine on his collection and his journey.
Little known fact: Goodman is a West Coast and both of them. I love this guy. I love this guy. Figuring things out. Love you, man. All right, so we've talked. Again, a lot of GI Joe, a lot of Monster Force, Valaverse, Motu. So, but you're not. You don't find yourself doing many, because I haven't seen you do many Motu shots. Is that something that it's been more regulated back to the shelf and less photography of Motu? And
it's I think again because I got much more serious in the photography in the last couple of years, and the Motu Classics was before that, and I did the Motu Classics as outdoor shots, and that's really not even remotely my thing now.
Gotcha.
That's why I've spent $1 trillion on all these dioramas.
Yeah.
And the dioramas don't work for Motu because they're all like city and things. They're not castles. And I know Lou, I know you do some Mythic Legions and Savage Crucible. So if I had dioramas, I don't do those either. If I had dioramas for those kind of figures, that would be great for Motu too, but I don't have any. So I think the biggest reason is just because Classified's style took over, and it's just the Motu love is still there, maybe just not the photography part of it.
And that makes sense. You're going with what you enjoy building out in terms of dios. And you know what? I was going to save some of the dio talk for later in the show, but I think we're naturally moving towards that. So let's just go ahead and jump in and into that, which I've got no problem with. But real quick before we do, I want to bring this up because this came up earlier. Billy Boy's Toys 78 became a YouTube channel member. Thank you so much, Billy. Could have been a renewal, could be a whole new thing, but I haven't seen Billy in a while, so it's good to see you, brother. Hope things are going well with you, my friend. And if you're not watching live, hopefully you'll catch the replay, and hope to see you soon, brother. So yeah, and this was what was brought up earlier, and I said we're going to get into this. I promise. We'll get into it now. Why not? Figuring things out. 84 asked Goodman about how many dios he has. His dios are so big he doesn't store them in his house. He stores his house in his dios.
Pretty much.
Probably true.
Yeah, just looking at some of your photos.
Don't tell my wife.
Don't tell him.
Hey, don't tell my wife. Yep.
Hey, Sneaky knows about that.
But yeah, Brad, just looking at some of your photos, I noticed a lot of some dios, some familiar dio makers. Like I saw you have some Diorama Boy, some Titan Shots, some Nader dios.
Yep.
Man, you have a nice little collection. That's what I'm trying to go for as well.
Yeah,
You know,
I told Lou the other night when we were talking, I think I spend more on dios than I do on figures now.
Right. I mean, that's the thing. Dios, they can be costly because, custom work. And it makes it hard to, like you want to do both. And, I'm sure as a photographer, dioramas is something that, obviously that you're big into. I had a question about that. What was my question? I don't want to ask who your favorite dio maker is, but what dials do you enjoy using the most?
That's a great question. The short answer might be whichever one's the newest. But I love to pull one out that I haven't touched in 6 months, and it's almost like having a new one again. I would say maybe that's one of the perk of having so many or too many. Some of them don't get touched for a while, but then when they do, I'm like, oh, this is great. I forgot how good it was, and I have a whole new idea or something I never even thought of using it for before. But yeah, like for favorites, I wouldn't name just one, but the three you named are some of the more recent ones, and they're amazing. I would like to just give a shout out to Nader because he is half the price of almost anyone else, which is amazing. Right. He's not trying to make money. He's just trying to help toy photographers get good stuff.
Right.
And I completely respect, and his is different. It's 3D printed compared to a lot of the foam the foam ones for me is art. They are, and they're well worth. If it cost me $300, $400, $500 for a full setup, I feel like it's fully worth it because it is a one of a kind piece of art.
Mhm.
But then Nader's been amazing because his stuff is very inexpensive and it's still very cool to use, even if it is, I want to say, just 3D printed. And I don't want to say that 3D printing is not art. I mean, in a sense, I guess it is too, but it's a different form.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely
Yeah.
different form.
And Nader's a cool guy. Like I've been chatting with him because I
Yeah.
placed an order with him too. So I'm looking forward to getting some of his buildings in. But yeah, he's such a cool guy, and he's the open message away. If anyone ever wants to hit him up, he'll respond pretty quickly too.
See, that's good to know.
Absolutely.
I've been following his stuff as well and watching it, and I need to do that for sure. Is to reach out to him. So now I feel a little more comfortable doing so. I've talked to Diorama Boy before, and
Yeah, he's a
at
good
the time, well, he had one set. It was a Subway set
Mhm.
that I shot him a message, and he responded. He's like, okay, he sent me the link, and I went to his eBay page. I think it was eBay.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
I think it was. I was blown away by the price. Now I wasn't
Mhm.
in the market. Financially, I wasn't ready to make a purchase like that at that time, which sucked. But the price blew me away. I was like, "That's all you're asking for that?"
Yeah, yeah.
Lee is actually very inexpensive too in comparison to a lot of other builders.
And
Yes.
his stuff is so good as well. Like I've had people
Mhm.
like when they see a picture, I'll send friends a picture
Mm-hmm.
of a diorama. They'll be like, "Were you at like a subway station?" Like, well,
Yeah.
like they'll think it's real.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly it. It looks real, and even his product shots of his stuff, it's like it looks real. It's
Mhm.
like the detail and the attention to detail is exquisite.
Yeah,
One of these days,
that's
I
great
definitely
work.
want to, own something by him. Brad, what have you gotten recently from Diorama Boy? I'm just curious and jealous.
I have the Subway. I actually have an extension he did of the Subway as well. I don't know that it was even intended for that. It's just an L-shaped hall, but it's the same white and blue
Wow.
tile. So I use it as an extension of the Subway.
Okay.
But the newest one I have from him is the bunker, which is really cool.
Oh,
It's,
I want that one. Yeah,
and
that
it has two. It's one big room for the bunker, and then like a little room on the back, and it's interchangeable. The little room can either be like a hall, or it has another piece you can put on that has the ladder that goes up to the surface. It's pretty cool.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah, that one's
Yeah.
nice.
Very, very cool. Nice. And so, all right. So again, we got to go back to that original question because we got to dive into this and
Roper.
Roper. What's going
Hey,
on,
Josh.
Roper? And it's saying how many diodes because we have not gotten to that. How many diodes do you?
I have no idea.
I believe that. I believe that.
So actually, I have a question about the diodes again. Now, since you're getting heavy into the diode, purchasing, do you purchase diodes based on figures you have and with a shot in mind, or do you just buy the diode and figure it out later?
Ooh, yeah.
I think, excuse me, I think a little bit of both.
Mhm.
Sometimes I'll see a new one and I will just like it and know that I can use it and not necessarily have a specific idea in mind. But I mean, Titan Shots. Speaking of Subways, I just got Titan Shots Subway. I haven't even been able to post any pictures of it yet. I think I've got one completed. His Subway, little different than Lee's. It's a double decker. It's a street and a subway, so it has the stairs also going down. So there's a little more options of different things you can do.
Mm,
Yeah. Yeah.
nice.
But then ones that I've commissioned, Sage is one of my favorite guys to commission from Joshua.
Yeah.
And I've had specific ideas for him because at that point I'm asking him or what exactly I want him to make, and then I have ideas of what what Joe's might have a mission in this in this setup or something. And so yeah, definitely both.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could see that. Inspiration at least for something, and then it's like, oh, what can I do next type thing, right?
Mhm.
And then it becomes that whole world of possibilities and
Yeah.
sends you down that rabbit hole. And then when you get it, you're like, oh, I could do this, and I can set it up differently. It's
Yeah, and sometimes these dials, like you tilt them one way, and it almost feels like a whole new dial. You know, just angle
Oh,
it.
absolutely.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
A different angle gives you a totally different vibe or a whole
Mhm.
different shot, and lights can do the same thing.
Yep.
You change the color of the lights or the brightness of the lights, and your dio is a whole new world.
Yep.
For sure, for sure. So, getting from that into lighting, what do you think works best for your photography lighting wise, or is this just kind of a throw it against the wall and see what works? Because that's what I do. Uh,
I think with lights, the more the better. You can turn them down, you can turn them off, but I think I have maybe 12, and sometimes I still don't think I have enough.
gotcha.
Um,
Yeah.
Most of mine are Ulanzi, but that's just because they're decent and affordable. Some of the other
Mhm.
brands are like the exact same thing and they cost more money for no reason. And I got a couple of cheap just Amazon lights too that they might not be the best, but they work. Um, and Yeah, every shot's different though. I mean, because if you want to shoot and look realistic, like daytime warm, if you want it to look like the sun,
Mhm.
versus if you want to do something just dramatic that makes no sense whatsoever, but it makes a cool picture with some pinks and greens or oranges or wild stuff. It's That's one of the most fascinating things about toy photography for me, I think, is lighting and how much it changes things. I'll set up a scene and have the lighting already set up, and then I don't like it and I change the color or change the position of the light, and everything changes, and then I end up repositioning the figure and end up with something that I had no idea that I was even gonna do.
Yeah, yeah, and that's fun. That's fun to discover
Yeah.
that. You've
Yeah.
got something in your mind, 'cause and I've done similar. You've got something in your head, "This is what I'm gonna do," and then as you set it up, you realize you're like, "I don't like it," and you're completely inspired to do something completely different.
Mhm.
Um, that's very cool to have that opportunity and have that happen. And for me, I know it happens a lot. What did you say, Sneak?
No, I'm just seeing a lot of familiar faces from Instagram on
What's
here.
up,
Ah,
Jay?
Yep.
yeah. What's up, TNT?
All the boys are here.
Yep,
Yep. Yep.
they're all coming out. Are your scenes inspired by what? Sunrun question.
That is the question.
There we go. Oh, there we go.
Oh,
Are your scenes inspired by anything in particular, or do you come up with them randomly?
That's a great question. I would say a little both too. It just depends on the particular shot. Sometimes a movie or a comic book or a cartoon or something. Sometimes someone else's shot, another toy photographer or a marketing shot from Hasbro or Mattel or something. Or uh, so those things can certainly inspire. And sometimes maybe it's a new dio. Set up the dio and start thinking of what figures look good in it, and build a world, build a scene from that.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think again, a lot of the same there. It was funny. Going back to the lighting thing is and again we're gonna showcase a lot of Brad's photography tonight and go over it and do a little not nitpicking. You can't nitpick his work. You just can't. I'm
Sure, you
sorry.
can.
At least not on my level. You can't. Trust me. but what I found hilarious when I started diving deep into your behind the scenes, and I'm seeing your lights, and I'm like, oh, I have that light. I have that light too. I've got that light. So I'm like, I have all the stuff Brad has.
That's right.
And I feel better about myself because I must be doing something right. So, but yeah, the Ulanzis are great. You've got a couple of those tall kind of like tube lights. I still
Yeah.
want to get a couple of those. Oh, how do you like those compared to the regular square Ulanzis, and what would you say would be the difference?
Honestly, I like the little ones better. I've had the little ones longer, the little squares.
Mhm.
I got those two big tubes that are like 16, 18 inches tall, not that long ago. And I caught them on sale. So I thought I'd been wanting them. I thought, oh, I'm going to grab them.
Mhm.
And I like them. And maybe I just don't have enough experience with them yet. But I don't know. I think I like the pinpoint accuracy you get with the cubes versus the big tube is gonna, yeah, it's lighting up everything. So I mean, if you just want a key light, then it's fine. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I like the cubes better to give a much shorter answer.
Okay. All right. No, it's good to know.
Yeah.
It's like yeah, I haven't doven's not a word. I haven't dived into those yet. I feel like I like the little ones better. There we go.
You guys, you're welcome that I invited Wade to the show.
Thank you.
Oh,
Yes.
I didn't know he was this hilarious.
I'm loving it, dude. I'm loving it. And you know, Coda Forge is coming in here. He says, "I try to build my own dios. I can't afford most pre-made ones, but I've seen some awesome stuff." And 100%, there's a point where you can building your own there's a lot to be said for that too. So you know, don't be discouraged by that whatsoever. And at some point, if you can afford little pieces here and there to fill out, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
What kind of started me out was like, you know, the little stuff, you know, Assist 3D Arsenal's got a lot of little pieces that you can use. Red Atlas is another one. I've used a lot of their stuff to build out. They're affordable, and they're just little like furniture type pieces that you can use to start things out. And it's relatively inexpensive.
Yeah,
But,
if I had any talent for it whatsoever, I would build my own and save myself a fortune. But I tried, and I just don't. I don't even have the artistic ability to paint it, much less carve it.
Right. Same. I keep telling myself I'm gonna start practicing with it, and every time I get the materials and all the stuff, I'm just like, oh, I can't do this. Never mind.
yeah. Well, it's like the project. You know, Jimmy with HVX Customs is working on a dio for me, and he and I had talked it out, and I commissioned him, and I can't freaking wait to see what the final piece is going to be. I'm looking forward to it. But what it all started out from was I was just going to build, you know, because I do a lot of Savage Crucible stuff, and I've gotten heavily into Savage. We've talked a little bit about that, and I've wanted, you know, kind of a floor piece, and I don't have any stone type floor pieces. I've got a lot of city type stuff that I can use for GI Joe and whatnot, but for Savage, so I actually was going to go buy some of the foam, put it in the cart at Home Depot, watched a couple videos, and said, I'm going to give this a shot. Taking the shot.
But we didn't, right?
Patent pending. We did not. We did not, because I started pricing it out. And because at first it was like, oh, you can buy a 2 foot by 2 foot of that foam for $10, Home Depot, the pink foam. It's fantastic. Well, oh, that's not bad. Then you got to get the paint, and then you got to get the everything that you need to start carving things. Now that can be relatively inexpensive, you know, an X-Acto knife. It's not crazy, but as these little pieces add up, I'm like, let me just call Jimmy, see what he'd charge me, because I know he's going to do something epic. And I know it's lazy. I get it. It's lazy. Maybe one of these days I'll try to do my own. But at this point, that's where we're at. And yeah, I don't have the talent for it either.
Well, you know, and it's, you know, the time to learn like a new trade, I guess you could say, a new hobby.
Right.
Like I already feel like photography and editing takes up a lot of time. If I had to do dial making too, I mean, I might as well just quit my job and, you know, do all that. But yeah,
for sure.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I spend every free minute I have doing photography, so there's no time to build a dio.
Yeah.
Yep. That's exactly it. And that's the thing. I guess the making of the dio would take away from the making of the photography.
Yeah.
So, well, I want to take the pictures. I don't want to make the dio. So
Yeah. Plus, at least with me, and I know Brad does it too. When I take a photo using someone's dio, I tag them in the photo.
Yes.
I like to, people to find out about these dio makers too. So,
Mhm.
Absolutely.
yeah, I guess that's one thing I like about buying other dials, other than me not having to learn how to make them. I just love to support, other people's work and
Yeah.
show it off for people. So get them customers.
Yep.
Mhm. Absolutely.
Absolutely. I've built great relationships and friends with dio makers, prop makers, 3D printers, a lot of great guys and gals out there.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, it's and that's been a lot of fun too, because again, you're meeting more people in the community. So you've got
Yes.
these people that can help you with that, and sometimes that can lead to, especially if you're a talented photographers such as the both of you, that can lead to other kinds of opportunities that we can jump into later and talk about a bit as well. With dio makers, yeah.
You see that truck?
Yeah.
We see that truck.
Red Atlas killed it.
Yeah, I know we got to talk about that for sure. Real quick, Magna Figure Photos says, challenge, Lou, Titans 2027 Dio, 2027 next year. Will I even be alive next year? I'll be alive next year. I'll be fine. I should be fine. Don't worry. Dio build for Creator Crown. Oh, dude, no. No. That'd be fun, but no. So let's see here. I've got a question. Or is this a question or is this a statement? Ender's Shadow says, I showed Diggs Figs a dio wall building I started and haven't finished in months. He yelled at me to finish. The wife is going away this weekend, so I feel like now is the time.
Hey.
That's cool. That's
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
Enders,
Can't
let
wait
us
to see
know,
it.
man. Yeah,
Yeah.
take some pictures. Let us see them. We can spotlight them here. I'm interested to see how you do with that. That'd be awesome. If you're interested in having to spotlight anything, let us know.
Mhm.
That'd be awesome. Wow, straight up no. Yeah, I'm not gonna build a dio. I want to, but I won't. I'm a realist.
Yeah, same. Same.
All right. So where are we at now? We're talking about it. We got into the dios. That's good.
Oh, I
got
have
into
a
the
question.
lighting.
I never answered the question. I think there's probably something like 40.
40 dials.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh man, I got a long ways to go to catch up. I think I'm on like
Don't,
maybe 8.
don't. This is an entire 6-foot closet. Don't try to catch up.
Well, I will say, I haven't. I see you don't store them in boxes, so you just put them on the shelves. But
Yeah.
so I had to throw away so many boxes of Of course, I'm not an inbox collector like us, but for a while, of course, I had all the boxes for pretty much all my 1/6 figures and my imports. But then once I started getting dios shipped to me, they come in these big boxes, and it's like, oh hell, where am I going to put these? So I started tossing all my Hot Toys boxes, all my import boxes. Now that closet behind the curtain is now just filled with boxes of dios for the most part.
You look like an Amazon store.
Right. But I did have a
Yeah.
question for you, Brad. And again, you mentioned that you started on your phone, you moved on to a camera last year. Again, this is why I feel like we have a lot of parallels, because same, I didn't really have a background in photography myself. I like to take photos, when I'm out and about, try to make them creative, but I wasn't like a photographer. So I also started on my phone. I moved over to a camera last year as well. So my question for you is, what camera are you using? And if you have multiple lenses, what is your favorite lens to use?
I have the Canon Rebel T7.
Same as me.
Really?
Right.
Wow.
Well,
My brother from another mother.
I know, right? I think you have my autobiography.
I have the kit lens that come with it, and that's the 18 to 55 adjustable. And then the only other lens I have for now is a 50 millimeter.
Same as me.
Seriously,
50.
what's happening?
50-50.
I was
Just our
actually
best friend.
I was actually gifted the 50 millimeter when I first excuse me, when I first got the camera and I was learning. You guys know Megatron Boltashane on Instagram? No,
not sure.
check out his work. It's incredible.
Okay.
He's a good friend, and he gifted me the lens. It was his favorite. The 50 millimeter is his favorite, and he was absolutely right because about the only time I pull it off is when it just won't work, and I need to zoom out a little or something.
Yeah, you gotta.
It stays on the camera.
Mhm. Did you think
But
it was
I do.
Megatron Boltistian?
Yeah. If you just put Megatron and then BOU or B, it'll pull it away.
Yeah, I actually follow him already. Nice.
Okay.
But yeah,
Okay. I'll look that one up.
He is absolutely incredible photographer. He is 110% practical. No editing whatsoever. Every shot you see is a raw photo, and it is
Ooh.
unbelievable. I can't do it. I enjoy editing, so I'm not even going to try to do it, but it's
Right.
impressive.
yeah. His stuff is really good. Yeah. Oh, yep. Roper's already given props.
I think every week I ask this
Yeah.
question.
Josh is a beast too, Mr. Roper.
Yeah.
This is Roper's room, right? This is Roper's room, Josh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Josh is a beast. Absolute beast. Love your work, brother. Yeah. So okay. So let me ask you because we're going to keep talking diodes. I feel it's one of your things, and we'll see
It's
that.
my
once
life.
again. Yeah. Did you ever dive into the extreme sets? Did you ever use any of the extreme sets?
I have two.
You got two.
I I think they're good for what they are for cardboard.
Yeah. That was my thing.
I-
Very good starting point for me.
Yeah.
Mhm. Same.
There's nothing wrong with them whatsoever, but for me, I tend to highlight the dio a lot of times and not blur it. And it, to me, the 3-dimensional just ends up looking way better for my photos.
It does. You're right.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
with you 100% there. Yep. It makes a huge difference. They're good for what they are, and
Yeah.
if you can mellow them out a little bit and hide them slightly, or what I ended up doing for myself, because again I had no idea who to go to, where to go when I started doing this, and the extreme sets popped up, and like, oh, that looks interesting. So I got one, and I was actually surprised with how much depth, and they're not all like this, but this particular one, it was the first one that I got was the worn out, what was it, the vintage backstage, and the way they painted it up, it looks, when you're just standing there looking at it, everything's very flat looking, but when you take pictures, I was blown away by the depth within the paint, the graphics of it, the way he made that one. That particular one stood out well.
Is that the arena?
It's the backstage arena, so it's the vintage backstage from the arena, so it's not the arena.
Yeah.
So you can kind of
Okay.
looks like a beat up old garage type thing. You use it for a lot of different things. I've used it a lot. That's my favorite out of them because it does have some depth to it. But that's when I started finding out about Red Atlas, Sys 3D, and started getting, hey, what's up, Steve? Thanks for coming out, brother. And started getting the pieces from those guys, the dio pieces, because that helps flesh out some of those certain extreme sets, so you can put those little pieces in the background, and that fleshes it out and brings it more to life. So that was kind of how I started doing it, and then of course you dive in and you're like, oh well, now I can get real, more authentic looking 3D, the foam, the 3D printed and all that kind of stuff. So
for me, it may be almost a cop out that it's easier to use a 3-dimensional dio. The extreme sets, like you were saying, you need, and I have them, but you need more props and you need some other things to build depth. And it's and actually, no, I haven't even tried to use it since I switched to the camera last year. I only tried to use them with my phone. I might actually like them more now. I'm not sure. Now that I think about it.
and the thing about the extreme dios too is, when like you have everything just organized on the shelves, but with extreme, taking them apart and putting them together, it's a lot of work just because it's cardboard. So
Yeah, you got to be
Yeah.
real careful for sure.
You got to be careful, and it is time consuming, and yeah,
Mm-hmm.
even though it's flat cardboard, it actually takes up a lot of space too.
It does.
Right, yeah. If you're just gonna have it out there, on your display, it's pretty
Yeah.
big. And
Mhm.
I've actually bent one of my old ones, when I was putting it back together, and like, oh crap, I wasn't supposed to bend that part.
Oh, I busted one completely. One of the ones that's got the that's got the boxes and whatnot, and you can set up the boxes in different ways. Well, I
Yeah.
ripped it. I was refolding it back together and ripped the whole thing. I'm like, oh, son of a. So I don't use that one anymore. Or I flip it on
Just
different.
can't use
side.
that part. You can still use it, Lou.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. Just gotta hide it. Just gotta hide it. Move it over to the side. You'll be all right. Let's see. Figure and thing. Brad knows about props. Ask him his go-to vendors. Gifted me some
Oh,
awesome
okay.
stuff. Oh, all right. So we'll take that. Who are your go-to vendors?
Who can I name that you haven't already named? I have a lot of Sys 3D stuff. I have 75-80% of the things on Red Atlas's website. Nick's a really good friend. I jumped
Nice.
on the bandwagon with Nick and Red Atlas when he was brand new. He had like 5 items on the website, and I got
Yeah.
all 5, and
Mhm.
just kept going from there. About I guess it was like a year ago, maybe more than a year now. I can't remember how long he's been running the 3D printing thing.
Mhm.
Maybe closer to 2 years now. Actually, now that I think about it.
He started. Go ahead. Yeah.
No, you go ahead. I'm trying to think of who else I buy from.
Oh, okay. All right. I believe he started the website late 2024, because I remember he used to post on a bunch of the Facebook groups, GI Joe Facebook groups we were in.
Yeah.
And you were in them too, because I used to always see you. That's where I started seeing you there. That's where I started seeing your stuff
Right.
before Instagram. That's what it was. It just dawned on me. But
You
but
said
yeah,
late 24, so yeah, about a year
Yeah.
and a half. So right in the middle of kind of what I was thinking. Yeah.
Because he was selling stuff off of those. He'd post stuff on the groups, and then then he started up his website. I don't know if he was selling through Etsy. I don't remember. I didn't actually buy from him until he started his website, but I'd seen him posting various pieces. He used to like that old weapons locker cage type thing. There was a cage thing that he had. That was one of the first items that he ever did. I didn't get that one.
Yeah.
But then, of course, when he started the website and everything, he had so much other great stuff that the cage wasn't something I necessarily needed, but all the other stuff I did. So
Yeah.
and
He did test the waters with just Facebook, and then using just Facebook Messenger like any random person maybe that's selling a figure or whatever. But he
Mhm.
launched the website pretty early because he already has a website, another website for his other primary business, because he does gun accessories like holsters and
Yeah, he
different
does the
things, like
concealed-
real, not ours, not the little ones. I mean one scale, not 112 scale.
Figuring things. Got to go, fellas. Awesome. Hey, thank you for coming out, brother.
Thank
It's
you,
good to
thank
meet
you.
you.
Thanks for entertaining us, Wade.
Absolutely. Well, on you soon, my friend. Give me a follow back if you want. I'd appreciate it. I'm not as good as you guys.
Then I also have tons of gridiron stuff. Mark's also another good friend, great guy as well.
Nice.
Lone Wolf Studios I found on Instagram. He's a 3D printer, great stuff, very affordable, great
Really
stuff.
cool.
I want his trees.
Yeah, I've got
Yeah.
some of the. If you look at any of my recent photos with trees,
That's
they're his.
right.
They're,
They're his trees.
Yeah.
I thought so.
they're great.
Okay.
And I love his stuff because he's also painting his 3D printed stuff. A lot of the 3D printers don't want to paint, and I don't blame them. Again, I have no skills for painting, so I wouldn't want to paint them either. I'm glad he does, because then I can highlight the stuff instead of kind of like we were talking about with extreme sets. You kind of got to hide it if it's not painted, or if I slap some wash on it myself, then I'm going to have to hide it because it's ugly.
Yeah. For sure.
Those are probably my top 4 or 5 prop makers, though. Nader actually has. I've gotten some props with him too, not just walls, but I've got street lamps and rooftop vents and trash cans and billboard, a full size billboard.
Oh
You
yeah.
scroll back through
Nice.
some of my stuff, you might have seen it. Nader made the billboard as well as those walls that are in those pictures. Yeah, those are probably my top prop makers for who I'm buying from.
Nice. Very cool. Yeah, that was it was funny because going back to and I follow Nader's stuff too, and he's got some really great stuff. Going back to Red Atlas, when I first bought from him, again, it was like, all right, I'm gonna buy a couple items just to see how it is. And I had just gotten that the super action stuff, had
Yeah.
that weapons rack, and I bought a whole ton of them to build a little room. And I
Mhm.
was like, I need a table. And then Red Atlas had the table. I'm like, all right, I'm going to buy the table and a couple little things to go along with it, just to test the water, see what they're about, you know. So I did, bought the table, got it. I'm like, oh my god, this is actually perfect. It was just exactly what I needed. And again, real new to this. I wasn't even like thinking in terms of, oh, I'm going to do photography. I just wanted to take some cool pictures, or at least try.
Yeah.
So I took a picture with the little room that I built using the super action stuff, and I got the table in the middle and a bunch of action force. And I posted it on, I think, did I post it? I posted it on one of the because I wasn't even doing Instagram yet, so I just posted it on one of the groups in Facebook. And Nick reached out to me. He's like, "Can we use that for the site?" I'm like,
Ooh.
really?
Yeah.
and it's still there. It's if you go, there's the one thing where they're kind of gathered around the table with the guns and they're doing their thing. He's still got it up on the site. And I was like, that felt freaking awesome. It's like that's so damn cool. So that's my little claim to fame.
It is an amazing feeling to be recognized for this little hobby we do.
Yeah,
Suda!
for sure. What's up, Suda? Thanks for coming out, brother. All right, so we're about to get into some of your photos, and I know
Cool.
Sneaky's got to leave. He's not going to be able to be here for the whole show because he's pulling double duty again. I don't envy you, my friend. Not tonight.
Oh,
Double
man.
header.
Yeah, double header.
Nice. Yeah. So, but I did want to get into your stuff and really delve deep into our spotlight highlights tonight are some of Brad's work and kind of going over that. So, real
Hell yeah.
quick, before we get into that, I've got a couple questions from the field. Nailed Inside asks, I'm looking for a way to sketch out shot ideas but can't draw. Any ideas on getting from what's in my head to concept so I can revisit it when it's shoot time? I've got some thoughts. Do you, Brad? Or do you, Sneaky?
I have absolutely no artistic talent. Like we were saying, drawing would include. I can't draw either. I have the notes app on my phone, and when I have an idea, I jot down the highlights on the notes app, and that way I don't forget it before I come back to it. That's what I do with the non-artistic version of a sketch.
For me, yeah, I don't sketch out anything as well, but if I have an idea and I need a little bit of a push, let's just say, for example, I'm going to do a Batman shot. What I'll do is if I can't really figure out what I want to do or translate it myself, I'll just look up Batman comics and just Google them and just look at different panels. And a lot of times I'll take things from each different panel and kind of combine it into one shot. That's kind of like what I do, not just comics, but also stills from like animations or movies and stuff like that. That's where I tend to get ideas if I can't come up with anything or if I'm just having brain farts.
Yeah, Google's a powerful tool. I very often will Google the character Batman or Spider-Man and like Spider-Man pose and look, and then just click images instead of all the websites. Just click images and then look, and you just see hundreds and hundreds, and pick one you like and use it or modify it. And it's Google's a very useful tool for anyone having, like you said, having brain farts or writer's block or whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. K-Town.
What's up, K-Town? Yeah, and I'm similar. I got to answer it very similarly to you guys. I'll use the notepad on my phone for sure to write out my ideas, rather than, because I can't draw. I can't draw at all.
Yeah.
So that's out of the question. Stick figures at best. So,
I
but
will say I did try once. I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna just type out my idea on like Google Gemini and see what it
yeah,
comes up with. And I will say a lot of times it is not what I want.
yeah,
It's like,
yeah,
oh yeah, like my brain fart ideas came out better than what AI
right.
did. So I was like, I'm back. I'm just going back to Googling images.
Absolutely. Yeah, no. So notes and some of the other things I'll do, because I've always got figures. I work from home, which is nice. But so I'm always surrounded by figures. And so if I've got something in my head, even if it's not the right character, I've got probably a figure sitting near me. So I will take one or two of them if I'm thinking of, well, I want the figures doing such and such, pose them out roughly, and just take my phone. And of course, I shoot with my phone still. I haven't graduated like you two. Maybe someday, but I'll take my phone and take a shot, or I'll take a couple different angles of it while it's sitting there on my desk. There's no background, there's no nothing. I'm like, I can figure all that out later, or put it into my notes. And just so I've kind of got a gauge of an idea. And if it turns out to be a character I plan on using, then I carefully place that character in that pose somewhere else so that pose stays. And we'll get to you later. We'll get to you later. You stay there. And there you go. So when you got the time to start building it out, it's a way to do it, I guess, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. Okay, Digital Caveman asks, only practical shots, or do you use any chroma key? I have no idea what chroma key is, so
Makes
that's my
two of us.
Okay.
I'm assuming he's talking about editing
Okay.
of some form. Personally, I use Lightroom on my phone. I don't have a home computer, so everything I do is on my phone. I have my phone connected to my camera via Bluetooth, so then I upload the pictures from my phone. I mean, from the camera to my phone, and then I upload them into Lightroom, and then do editing there. I try to keep it realistic. I try to only do what I would call minor adjustments. I try to say my pictures are probably 90 to 95% practical, and then a little bit of editing. I don't use anything to. Sometimes the closest thing to any kind of AI I use is the eraser tool. For if I have a stand or something, making someone jump, fall, fly, whatever, I use the eraser tool to take the stand out. But that's about it.
Yeah. Very similar. And you can tell in your shots if you really dig deep, and then especially if you look at the behind the scenes we'll get into here. And that's not a bad thing, right? I'm not saying that in any way of a bad thing. It's awesome to see. It's when you see those final shots and then see how it's all built and know that there's very little editing in there. That's pretty fucking cool. It impresses the hell out of me.
Green screen. Interesting.
Oh,
okay. Using green. Okay. Never tried that.
Same.
I'm assuming that then that's going to be like to use an AI background.
Yeah, I mean, some of my shots I use, a digital background. If like I'm going to use like a city skyline or something like that. But not green screen though. I usually just put it in front of a TV or something.
Yeah, I want to do that. I've got a couple of friends that are really into using the computer screen or the TV screen, and it's mostly because I don't have one in my room. I don't have, like I already said, I don't have a home computer. I mean, I could set up a TV in here, but then I'd have to hook it up to the internet, and it's just a whole thing that I'm not into doing yet.
Yeah.
But I want to do it.
Yeah. I tried it once just to see how it would look. I tried it with I've got a tablet, and it's kind of small. It's not a big tablet, but I was just like, I want to see how it looks if I did it myself. And it surprised me. It wasn't great. Trust me, it wasn't great. But it did surprise me because it wasn't as horrible an experience. And then I was like, oh, okay. But again, same situation, similar situation as you, Brad. I don't have necessarily the room or the placement to get that television or that screen behind it.
Yeah.
And that and a little bit of laziness. I suppose I could move some stuff, but I don't want to.
It's also it's a whole different skill set. To get you got to get the angle right, or you're going to have a glare on the screen. You got to you got to have the proper pictures. You got to be able to figure out how to scale them so that they look right with the size of the figure you're using. And it's just, for me, it's almost another one of those things like making a dio. It's not a skill that I'm looking to get into right now.
Yeah.
Actually, maybe it's ahead of making a dio, because eventually I think I will do digital backgrounds. I'm never going to build dios. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. I only really use this screen for certain things,
Yeah.
But I know some people will use for their sky like actual like poster or like a backdrop of some sort. So I've been looking at getting into that too. But for now, it's just if I need like a sky or a jungle, I'll just use my screen for now.
Yeah,
That's cool.
I've got like
That's cool.
I've got a 7 foot by 5 foot curtain with a sky on it.
Yep.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And you can get those on Amazon. The big backdrop's like $15.
Yeah, I've seen those on there. Yep.
I've got a couple. Mine needs to be ironed. I'm having to be very creative right now because I don't know an iron. Why do I need an iron?
You
Right?
don't have to iron it, Lou. Put
No.
is yours full fabric or is it vinyl?
I've got two. I've got one that's fabric, and I had just bought that one because I thought
Yeah.
maybe it's a softer fabric. I'd be able to get the wrinkles out better. The one that I've got up on the wall right now, it's not vinyl, but it's a heavier fabric, much heavier.
Yeah.
Mm.
Don't do that with that one. The one that is completely fabric, put it in the dryer with like 10 ice cubes for a half an hour.
Oh,
There you go.
It'll come out like you ironed it.
like butter.
It's
Okay.
beautiful.
All right. We'll give that a shot. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Someone else gave me the tip, and it 100% works.
Awesome. Because I've been meaning to. Because I that's one of those times when I've had to use a little AI to edit out some of the wrinkles
Creases,
on
yeah.
a couple of shots. Yeah. And if you look close enough, I showed it to my buddy the other day, one of the shots, and I was like, I'm just ticked off about how this looks. And he's like, wait a minute, that's a poster behind it with the sky. I'm like, yeah, that's just a picture of a sky, whatever. And he's like, I didn't even notice. I'm like, didn't you see the creases and he's like, so he's blowing the thing up. He goes, oh yeah, I can kind of see. No one else knows that. I'm like, yeah, but I do, right?
Yeah.
You're like,
Oh,
I know
we're
it's
always
there.
our biggest critic is on ourselves, right? So,
Absolutely. All right, so getting into, because we got to ask these questions. All right, so I want to bring up some of your photography, and so we can kind of go over this and dive deep into some of these. And so let's bring this up in my super famous, super fancy community spotlight. And everybody knows I'm really good at my
Hey, that's
my
nice.
slideshows. So here we go. So first up, we've got this is Cable and oh my God, Bishop. Thank you. I'm not a big Marvel guy. I'm not a massive X-Men guy. I do know them, but I forgot the name. I look pathetic at this point. It's okay. We're going to move forward. So what we've got here, and just to give everybody else, let everybody know, what we've got is a bunch of Brad's shots and some behind the scenes along with it. So we can kind of go over and talk about them and discuss what went into making them. So on this one, this one's a little bit unusual with you because I know you don't do a lot of Marvel shots. I've definitely known you as definitely the military guy, the G.I. Joe, Action Force, Monster Force, that kind of stuff. So is this
little sprinkling of other stuff?
yeah, which is good. We all got variety is the spice of life, right? So on this one, is this an older shot or is this? Tell us a little bit about it.
No, it's pretty new. I just did it maybe a month ago and posted it maybe a week ago for a collaboration. I'm in a couple of collab groups on Instagram, and then basically once a month or so there's a theme, and then so this one is Marvel. I'm sorry, and then the theme was Civil War or friend versus friend kind of battle. So that's where the idea started, and this is the shot I came up with for it.
Gotcha. Okay. Wow, that's fantastic. And again, it shows off the The depth of your photography is something I've always loved, especially
Yeah.
when we look at the behind the scenes and see how it all plays out. You go, oh my God, you did all that. so,
This
so
one,
digging.
I put the cloak on cable is actually from that Desert Scorpion Cobra figure.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I
I
seen
thought
that.
that was fun. I thought it fit him well. He's often seen with a cloak, and that figure doesn't have one. And that old Marvel Legends certainly was. They didn't have any. They didn't even think about cloth goods at all back then. They barely do now. But
Right.
oh,
Yeah. No, that's a smart idea. I know there's been a lot of a variety of mixed feelings about that cloak, but honestly, I think it's one of Hasbro's better soft goods, honestly.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's versatile. So and you can see
I
that
like
here.
it. I have like
Yeah.
ideas to use it on Dusty, and like I've got I definitely like it.
Yeah.
So my question for this picture is, what did you use for the street? Is that like foam or is that like grip tape?
Are we
It
gonna jump
is
into that?
the street is it's like grip tape. It's like for a full step. It's probably 3 feet wide and it's about 10 inches.
Oh,
It's
okay.
10 inches wide and 3 feet long.
Yeah.
That's
So-
nice because I've been actually trying to find the best material to use for street, and I'm just seeing this now. I'm like, oh, is that because I've looked at grip tape before because it kind of looks like asphalt in a way.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That
yeah.
was my that was my thinking too. I have two of them so I can get it a little bit wider. I can get up to maybe 20 inches of depth if I need
Oh,
to.
nice, nice, nice.
That's awesome.
Oh,
So
there you go.
here's yeah. So here's the behind the scenes of that, an upwards shot, and like you were talking about before, and you made me feel. I'll tell you a little secret too. You made me feel more comfortable about using a lot of light, seeing your behind the scenes. Seriously, because I watched a lot of videos and heard a lot of people talking about you only need 3 lights and you only need the 3 light setup and blah 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 blah. And I'm not saying any of them was wrong. But when I saw how many that you will use for a given shot, I'm going, and the creativity that goes into the placement, I'm like, okay, so I can do more than 3, right? It's okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. With a bounce card too. There you go.
Mhm, mhm.
Yeah, I like to do that because, especially with the a lot of the plastic figures, especially older ones, I find are very glossy,
Mhm.
and the bounce light works better in that, so the light doesn't shine so bad on the
Yeah.
figure. They look fake when you shine the light directly on them in front of the camera.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I agree. Yeah.
100%.
Yep. The bounce cards is something that I just started getting into, just started trying to getting confident enough to try. And I'm liking the results so far for sure. And it softens up the light against the figure for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And starts to make it.
For that front light that's the front of the first thing the camera sees. I think it's a very beneficial thing. You can get diffusers that do the same thing, but it's just more pieces to keep up with as opposed to just a piece of white cardboard.
Mhm, mhm.
Yeah.
And I found even on some of the lights with diffusers, it still doesn't quite soften it enough because the lights
Yeah.
are still a little too powerful. Like I've got
Right.
the they're about what? They're about the size, a little bit bigger than a cell phone. They're built bigger than a
Right.
Samsung Galaxy, right?
Mhm.
And they're very thin. Or Oral Link, I think is the name of it. I got a bunch of those, and they've got this great diffuser, and it's a rubbery kind of encasing that goes on there. But
Yeah.
these lights are still so powerful, even with the diffuser on 1%. I've got to take that thing way far away.
Wow.
To be able.
I need some of those. I don't have any lights that are that bright.
Okay, I'll send you the link. They're
Cool.
cheap and they're wireless.
That's even better. The
Mhm.
last one I bought was the gooseneck. Not the one you see in that picture. That's an old desk lamp that I just decided to start using. I've got another gooseneck that's like a little ring light, and I got it off Amazon. And I was like, this will be good. I can position it any which way, and it's just not bright enough. It annoys me because it has 10 brightness settings, and on 10 it's still silly. It's just so dim.
Still nothing. Yeah. That's I definitely had that problem with a couple. The same type of thing, like a desk light, just was not hacking it. What's up,
Yeah.
Action Joe Figs? Thanks
Yo,
for
yo.
coming and hanging with us, buddy. Good to see you. Defender says, "Yo, Brad kills it. Awesome setup. I
Thank
agree
you.
wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love behind the scenes, seeing behind the scenes because I learned a lot of techniques from just looking at people's behind the scenes work.
Yes.
You know,
Mhm. For
Me
sure.
too, and that's exactly why I started doing it. To
same.
Not because I think I'm doing anything better than anyone else, but if someone can see what I did and it helps them do something else or do something better, that's I think it's great. And this again, it helped me so much. I
Yeah,
just hopefully it helps someone else.
Yeah,
yeah,
just trying to pass on the knowledge, and trust me, we appreciate it, my friend.
yeah.
Most definitely. And I'll do some. I've done a couple behind the scenes kind of video type thing, just because it's fun to make, and
Yeah.
And again, if something I did helps anyone, that's pretty freaking awesome too. So, yeah, for sure. Let's see, we've got real quick. I want to jump on the. Stu says, I got a pop and my back goes crackle now, and I'm ready for a snap of camera shutter and enjoy some FFC taking the shot. Welcome back, Stu. Howdy to you, sir. Smudge jumps in. He says, your Ghost Rider pick is insanely good. Do we have
Thank
that
you.
tonight? We do
I
not have
didn't
that
I
one.
didn't send you
You
that
didn't
one.
send me
That's
that.
actually an old Bowen bust.
Oh,
I didn't. That's wild.
I actually pulled it off the shelf because I wanted to have I thought I would have fun, and I did lighting it. It has the translucent orange flames, and with lighting those, that one was a fun shot to do. It was something I was just playing with one day.
Nice. Very cool. All right, so let's go on to the next shot. I freaking love this shot. This is ridiculous. Way to see the behind the scenes on this one. It, it looks like we're underwater. I mean,
Yeah.
it's phenomenal. And this is what I love on this one, Brad, is the way you've got in the backdrop, all that light coming in down into the water. And we'll look at the behind the scenes in a minute. You guys are going to flip your shit, quite honestly. And again, the depth of this and underwater shots, I think, are very challenging to pull off, to make look realistic without a lot of effects and editing and things of that nature. And that's why when you posted this, I was like, oh god, what has he done this time? when I saw you post this in IG, because I knew, again, there's very little in terms of editing, and this is practical.
It was a first attempt, actually. It was I'd never done anything like it before. Another one of my collab groups. This wasn't for the collab, I don't think, but we're always chatting in there too. And this one is Joe specific, so we're always chatting Joe stuff. And other guys had done some of these, and I got the tips and tricks from them and tackled it, and it was fun. That's kind of that's like an aquarium backdrop, and then those sharks are like little kids' toys from Walmart.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yep. All right, so let's dive into the behind the scenes on this one. This is what.
Cool.
This
Yeah,
is what-
that is cool.
Yep. Yep. And
See, at first I thought the sharks were gonna be part of the backdrop, but wow, that's even
Yeah.
better.
And so all that light coming in from the top is literally that picture in the background. But again, the way it's positioned, and the way I'm sure the way the lighting's bouncing off of it, epic.
Yeah, this BTS isn't perfect either. I actually that desktop desk lamp gooseneck was right over the top, and it looks like I moved it before I took the behind the scenes picture. So that's why you see a lot. The light rays are there on the backdrop, and then I put the light right over them to make real light as well as the
Really?
fake light.
Yeah, to make them pop, and yeah.
Yeah.
So you cheated us on this behind the scenes, Brad.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking.
It's still a cool shot, my friend.
Thank you.
I love that. Yeah, that's underwater, something I have not attempted. But I'll tell you this: going back to talking about dios and whatnot, when getting into for me, when getting into Savage Crucible, it was now I had a lot of different things that I could set up for city scenes and realistic things. But you need different things for obviously Fantasyland. And
Yeah.
what I came to find out, one of my favorite places now is the pet shop, because all of the aquarium
Yes.
pieces, rock formations,
The plants too.
the
The
plant-
Yeah, the plant
Yeah.
you see there in the front come
Yeah.
from PetSmart. So
I,
yeah.
I actually I picked some up for like the little jungle scene that I was doing.
Yes,
They work nice.
Yep. They work phenomenally. They're there, and yeah, and again, set up the lighting right, and you've got something. Well, we'll get into that as well. You've got some amazing stuff.
Lou,
Let's see.
I do apologize, Lou and Brad. I
Yo.
do have to head out for Talib's show.
Ah, that's terrible.
Appreciate you, buddy.
I'm so sorry, but yeah, Brad, it was a pleasure, meet you. Great
Same.
work. Yeah, I love your stuff. And enjoy the rest of the show, and I'll catch the replay for the rest after.
Thanks, man. Love your
Awesome,
work
will
too.
do.
Thanks,
Sneaky.
thank you.
Always appreciate you, brother. Good to see you.
Thank
Hopefully,
you.
we'll have you in on another time, Mister.
Of course. Just hit me up.
All right, we'll do.
All right, guys.
The greatest free agent in YouTube
Hey.
action figure.
I don't know if Kaiju Daddy
Right.
wants to hear
We're
me
not-
being a free agent.
We're not
but-
done yet, Dave.
Yeah, we're not.
All right. Take care, guys.
All right. Take care. Thanks, Sneaky.
Thanks, Nikki.
No problem.
We're still here, Dave. We're not leaving yet. Just one of the hosts had to go.
Yep. We just lost one host. No worries. We got a lot to cover still, Dave. So thanks for showing. Thanks for hanging.
Another good buddy. He's another fantastic photographer. He's amazing.
Yeah, I've seen you repost some of his stuff. Again, that's Sharkman Dave is another one. If I don't follow you, you'll be getting a follow later tonight after the show, because some great work. All right, so moving from I'm not the marathon man. I think Sneaky is. Although here's the thing, we'll say this because it's kind of funny. This whole thing for me started out as Tuesday nights, and then when it became the actual co-host with the channel, it was like, okay, so Tuesdays and Fridays. So okay, that's cool, Tuesdays and Fridays, because we do about 2-3 hours on each show. And then as time went on, it was like, oh, we developed this show for Talib's channel on Saturdays, Met on Film, and it's a late night show. It's like, okay, so Tuesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Okay. And then it was like, well, let's talk about, doing another show. And Lou and Abby and I bounced different ideas for a few months, because Abby wanted me to consider doing my own show type thing. And so finally came up with this. And then it dawned on me, I'm going, oh, so now it's Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays. Oh, and sometimes Sundays. Speaking of which, you'll see you guys Sunday on
You just need a Monday and a Wednesday gig now.
Sunday Night Slam. You shut your mouth. I will live here on the damn YouTube, and I'll never get to do photography anymore.
Oh, that
No.
would be the only downside for me. That's why I don't get to watch as many YouTube shows or anything that I would like to, because as I mentioned earlier in the show, I spend every free moment I have doing the toy photography thing. I just can't. I'm addicted.
Yeah. And that's cool, and being able to have the time to do that, and then shutting off the rest of the world to go and do that. That's awesome, man. I wish I had more of that time. I do, but I don't. I do, but I don't.
Right.
I do, but I don't. And sometimes I've got to just kind of put everything else aside and say, all right, I'm taking pictures tonight or whatever. Steve, Marathon Lou, something like that. So, all right. So again, I love this shot, and I loved when you posted this stuff. And again, I'll tell you guys, if you don't follow Brad, do so. You can learn a lot from him if you're looking to figure out ways to do toy photography. He shares a lot. So, but next up, we've got so these are the Special Forces Recon Troopers, right? The new figures.
Only the heads.
That's only the heads?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
And then-
I wish it wasn't so small on my phone. It's like short fuse and
Is that Flint and Steeler?
short fuse and Steeler, and the other one is Falcon.
Oh, okay.
The short sleeves is Falcon. Yeah.
Falcon, short sleeves. Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah. That's a figure that I have not been able to. I'm waiting for a sale. I'm like $42. I'm like, I do like it, but I don't love it. I'm
Oh
hoping
yeah.
for a sale.
There was I should have told you, there was a sale the other day, and Target had them for 30.
Oh,
So I got one sitting in the floor that's unopened, but I got the 3 heads from a fodder seller off Facebook. I got the heads for like $5 a piece, and I bought 3 of the heads because I like
that's
that
cool.
ghost face. I like that ghost skull face paint.
Yep. That's basically the selling point for me, because the rest of the figure, the figure's okay. The loadouts, all reuse. Look at Billy. I didn't even see the guy in the middle, dude. I'll be
If
honest,
his
I
arms
haven't
were
really
covered,
first
maybe
time.
you wouldn't have seen him.
For sure. Yeah, try doing that with produced material. Oh. He says 5 to 6 shows a week. Pff,
Oh Lord, yeah. You guys have fun with that stuff.
dude. Oh, I can only imagine if you're doing that with produced material.
So
That's
there's some more of the Lone Wolf Studios trees too.
the trees in here. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Actually, the one in the back, Toy Mirth printed for me. The one that's more shapely. That's
Mhm.
that's a Toy Mirth special.
Gotcha. Oh yeah. Okay. And let's get to the behind the scenes of this. And this is a great example of foreground to again provide more depth, make it really feel like you were in there and in the jungle.
I have a lot of fun building depth. I love that, putting things up close and then middle and then all the way in the back. It's so fun.
Yep. And that's Well, I mean, again, watching your stuff, you gave me a lot of ideas of how to create that depth. And right here, this is another one. I think I have that same mat that you're using there. Did you get that off of Amazon?
Yeah.
Oh, real quick,
absolutely.
Sharkman. Let me just put this. Brad is a gem in the community, sharing and reposting toy photography is good Samaritan and a talented MFer. And I agree wholeheartedly, for sure.
Almost as good as Dave.
Almost as good as Dave. Hey, Billy Boy, I actually like that Special Forces Joe, but I haven't bought a classified since. Pretty frustrated with that line now. I feel you. I kind of feel the same way sometimes.
Yeah.
It's a love-hate with classified these
All
days.
toy companies are good at that at some point.
True. So you can see here, definitely here you can see that those are the Lone Wolf trees, and but I love the way you've got that built out, and that you've got that the photograph or the backdrop piece is so far back, and that's what helps create that depth of that shot. And
I used to, when again, last year I started using a camera versus my phone, and with my phone, I had in my room here, I was actually using this closet, and I had a desk in it. The desk was probably what's a normal small desk. I don't know. It was maybe 2.5 feet wide. So I had 2.5 feet of depth to work with. And that kind of worked most of the time with my phone. But then when I switched to the camera, it was very limiting. The phone helps you fake some things that the camera will not.
Right.
And then I moved to this. What you see is in this, excuse me, it's an island in the center of my room. Those are 4 cabinets that are set, in a square or in a rectangle. And it is, I forgot, I think it's 3 feet wide and 5 feet long. And then there's another 3 feet before you see the sky back there that I often use. That's as the backdrop when I just want the sky. And that's so it's like 7 feet from the camera.
Yeah, and that's awesome, because that's exactly how you're getting so much, because there's real depth there, and it's natural depth rather than even having to create the depth.
Yeah.
Now I've got what I do a lot of my shots on is one of those fold out tables I got from Walmart, and it's 6 foot by about 3.5, 4 feet deep. So the depth is okay for certain things, but as far as deep, but then if I need to get something like that, I've got that 6 foot.
You're cheating, Dave. Sorry, Luke. Go ahead.
It's okay. Believe it or not, my style can create a decent amount of depth, and I only have 1.5 feet in front of my display. You're the man. I don't know how you do that. So I'll do lengthwise on my table for the 6 foot to really get major depth if I need to. I can move that table around, kind of like what you're doing here. Similar idea. You'll certainly get more depth than I do.
Dave's not lying. I've seen behind the scenes. He doesn't usually post his, but we chat a lot, and he's shown me a lot. He helped me a lot with lighting, especially. Dave is a lighting master craftsman. But he does the digital backgrounds like Sneaky was talking about, so that helps him get some depth because you can get more footage in depth from the digital monitor that you can't
Yes.
get from a flat, backdrop or wall.
For sure. Yep. There was, and I forget, and I hate this because I'd love to give him credit, but I forget who he was. But he does a lot of Mythic Legions, and I fell into his video one time. It just showed up as recommended, and he did an entire tutorial using some photography that he had done with it was talking about how to use the screen, and what he created was absolutely unbelievable because he had on the screen in the back in the way back was basically like kind of a castle on a hill, and you've got the gray skies. It was kind of like bluish gray skies, and then in the middle was this bridge. He was doing this whole troll bridge thing. So he's got these trolls coming down the bridge, and he's got them paced. The one in the back closer to the screen, and then one in the middle, and then one at the foreground. And the bridge was real. It was a real. I think it was a 3D print, or maybe it was something he built out. I don't remember. And then after that, he's got trees and bushes up front, so you've got the full 3-dimensional depth, and the end results were just gorgeous.
Right.
And
And you're talking about doing that with a digital, you can get even more like the BTS that's still on the screen here from mine. Yeah, we have close, middle, and far. But if you have the digital background and you're a master at that, then you have close, middle, far, and farther.
Right. Exactly. Yep. It's fun. That's something I one of these days maybe I'll figure out how to do that. My dad's a retired semi-pro photographer, so I'm going to see him tomorrow so he can show me shit on my camera because we don't have the manual. That's cool. Very cool.
Oh, use Google, man. There's a manual for everything on the internet.
That's true. Hell yeah, but hey, I'll stop chiming in. Not my show. Haha, I love this southern accent.
My name's
Shut up,
not
man.
Brab, Dave. Come
It's
on.
not Brab.
Is that how they spell Brad in Canada? Dave, A.
Hey? Oh, we have a Canadian in the house. We have a couple Canadians in the house.
Yeah.
Actually, so.
Dave's my Canadian brother.
Yep. We love our Canadian brothers. You guys are great. That's we're all brothers in this.
Absolutely.
G.I. Jetman says, I got a folding table from Walmart and painted the top of it to look like a runway for the Rattler. That's cool. That's very cool.
That's smart.
Yep.
I actually thought something similar. The table you see there, I've got the big moss grass mat on it, but normally if there's nothing there, it's a slick black fake wood finish that you can't put in toy photography because it would just be hideous. I've thought about getting a piece of plywood or something cut to size and then either painting it like asphalt or concrete or something. But then we go back to that. I have no artistic skills, so I haven't done it. I haven't attempted it yet.
Same. I know. We do the best we can with what we got.
Yeah.
And
I put all my eggs into the photography basket. I don't have any artistic talent anywhere else.
That's it. So, there are people out there that we can pay to take care of that stuff for us, absolutely.
For sure.
That's the Dio stuff, man. Work with what you can. And it's all right. So let's move to this next one because I love this shot too. This is we've got some gridiron in this one.
Yeah.
I'm pulling it up. I'm cheating right now because I can't see the screen that well either if I'm looking directly at the camera. So over here I've got my monitor and I've got the slideshow up so I can cheat a little bit and see the pictures in a scale that I can actually see. So we've got
I
again.
feel the pain trying to look at my little phone.
Yes.
I don't know if I can zoom on it or not. I don't want to touch it and disconnect or something.
Yeah, don't try. You know what? I'll tell you from my experience doing it through the phone. If you try to zoom, the opposite will happen. It'll actually shrink the screen slightly smaller.
Yeah, forget that.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Yep.
Glad I didn't do it.
Yep, don't do it. You'll see. And I think what happens, if I remember correctly, what happens is then you lose the chat completely, so you won't even be able to see the chat. So yeah, don't do that.
Oh, we're good. Luckily, this is my photography, so I can kind of remember what I did.
Good. All right. Yeah, so that certainly helps for sure. So yeah, so we've got the whole crew, GI Joe, the whole group. We've got Gridiron. Is that I always pronounce it wrong. The Flanax?
No, it's
No.
not the Phalanx. It's the Wildcat.
Phalanx. Wildcat. Okay. All right.
It's the tank.
Okay. All right.
And it's kind of
Yeah.
funny that you can barely see any of it in the picture. And I guess that was kind of the point, though, was to show the Joes more than the tank.
I got you. Yep. That's something I found with I love 112 scale action figures, right? And Defender, yeah, I love the use of the Hot Wheels Sky Strikers in the back for sure. That was awesome.
That was fun, kind of learning how to do that. And then I think this one, it might not have been the first. Maybe it was in the first 3 where I ever used the eraser tool to erase the stands that are holding those little Hot Wheels Sky Strikers up.
Oh yeah, nice, very cool. Yeah, that was something when I first saw this one. I again, it was one of those where I had to look at it and I'm like, oh, he put some planes in there, and then the behind the scenes, I'm like, oh, those are the freaking Hot Wheels.
Yeah.
It's like, that is too cool. I love it. That's smart, man. That's a good deal. Now, back to I love 112 scale figures for photography, but I've got to be honest. When it comes to the vehicles and putting them in the shots, that's when things get real dicey and real challenging because the vehicles are huge.
It's tough.
Mhm.
It's that's actually, the vehicles are what made me get the big backdrop. That's like I think I said earlier, that's a 7-foot wide, 5-foot tall curtain,
Mhm.
basically, the sky. And I've got a couple. I've got a day sky, night sky, and now I've just recently gotten one that's like a post-apocalyptic destructed city. Have those 3 hanging on the curtain rod that I attached to the ceiling.
That's awesome.
But you can't get those not the figures, sorry. You can't get those vehicles into a like normal size shot. You got to have, I shouldn't say you can't. I can't get
Mhm.
those. I had to have the bigger backdrop. It's the only way I can make it work. And even looking at that, again, that sky backdrop is 7 feet wide. I'm probably using 6 feet of it in that shot.
Yeah.
It takes that much space to be able to put the big vehicles in the picture.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%. The only thing I've succeeded on with the anytime I've got a couple shots that I've done with the Atlas, or excuse me, not the Atlas, the Vanguard. 1 or 2 with the Vamp, and 1 or 2 with the Hiss, and every one of them is a portion of that vehicle. So it's
Yeah.
like I've got a scene with they're unloading stuff from the back of the Vanguard, unloading stuff from the back of the Hiss. The Vamp is kind of off to the side, parked, where everybody, cover girls in there. That's the extent of it, what I've been able to get into a shot. It's just a corner of a vehicle, which is
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, you
I
can
like
still
it.
get great shots like that. Getting the whole vehicle is just a whole nother animal.
Yeah, for sure. It's something so I'm still trying to work on that. Sharkman Dave says, I have to drive home from work. I'll catch the rest later, fellas. Going to check out if I'm following you, old man. I got to take the old man out of there. But thank you. The joke's getting old, I guess. I don't know. If not, I appreciate you, Sharkman. Have a safe trip home.
Thanks for
And,
stopping in, Dave.
Absolutely. Thanks for hanging out with us. Magna Figure Photos Winfrey says, one thing I struggle with is realizing I don't have to have the entire figure or vehicle in the shot.
Same.
I'm with you on that. Yep. I'm with you on that. And I see a lot of people in the way they cut their angles and whatnot. But every time I start to do a shot, it's that I gravitate to, well, you have to have everything in there, but you
Yeah.
don't.
I have not even just the whole vehicle or the whole figure. I have, as we discussed previously in the show, I have a love for the diorama, and I try sometimes to show too much. And I don't want to zoom in because I cut off some amazing, beautiful pieces of the diorama. And I just, like he said, it's a struggle. You have to decide if you want to show everything or if you can get a better picture when you zoom in. And a lot of times you can get a better picture when you zoom in.
100%. I know, and I struggle with that all the time. It's because again, when you spend all that time building a dio, and you can appreciate this, when you spend all that time building a dio, you want to get as much of that dio in the picture as you can,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, and so I mean, and what I've done on some is I will take various different angles of shots, or
Yeah.
something like that, so that you can get more of that dio that you put together and set up for it. So here's another great example of creating the depth with the length, literally creating real and actual depth. But this is, what's gone into building out. And what I like what you did here was, again, your lighting is so cool. I love the creativity of that. It's so. Let me ask you this, because you're so at this point, I'm looking to see where the camera is pointing here. So the camera's pointing directly at Stalker, essentially, in this picture.
Yeah, the camera here would, but you can see the split in the cabinets. The camera's right at the end of that split.
Yep. Okay. All right. So you've got that light off in the top there that's aiming essentially back towards the camera. And that pulls off, because I've seen you do that before, and I think it's awesome. So that creates that light that's coming off of that side of the picture without pointing and aiming directly at the figures themselves. So you've got the light, but you're not aiming at the subject.
Yeah, the backlighting, I would call it, is it's a good little trick that it'll create a little bit of a glow around the edge of the figure, and it really makes the figures pop if you're able to pull it off right. Sometimes I can't get it. I don't know. I know I'm still pretty new at this. Again, I've only been using the actual camera less than a year. And it's sometimes I still can't get it right, and I don't know why. But there a lot of times, the backlight's real fun because you can get that glow. And this one being sunlight is cool, but when it's really cool is like back to the Cable and Bishop one, it's colored light, and it really creates a cool color, pink glow or whatever color you're using. It's a fun little thing to play with.
Yeah, and you're using those Elanzis, same Elanzis that I've got right there.
Yeah.
I think
I love those. I have like 5 or 6 of them.
Yeah, me too. And the battery life is good on them.
Yeah.
And they recharge fairly quickly. And when you got 5 or 6 of them, you're pretty much good to go. If one drops out, you got
even the smoke machine, the fogger or smoke machine, whatever you want to call it, is Ulanzi brand too. That you see it sitting there, and if you go back to the original, you can probably see it on the ground, the smoke on the ground.
Hey, speaking of dioramas by Nader, we were talking about you earlier. Thanks for coming out, man. Good to see you.
Nader, good to see you, man. I already told everybody what an amazing dio maker you are.
Yeah, he's been bragging about you, and he's not wrong. I just don't own any of your stuff yet.
He said, "Yeah,
we'll talk
we'll
later,
get there.
my friend. We will talk later." So yeah, you definitely can see it. It's subtle. It's subtle. You've got some good control of that stuff then.
That the machine does all the work for you. It has settings for I guess it'd be called the weight of the fog, where it will make it lay on the ground like that, or you can make it lighter and it'll float. So it's it does all the hard work for you.
Very cool. Okay. Yeah, that's a few others have talked about that one, and I still need to get one. We're getting there. One of these days.
I think I caught it on sale for around 70 or something. It's worth it if you like the look, if you want that thing to play with, and it just uses mineral oil, so it's all non-toxic, nothing. You don't have to have ventilation. It's super easy, and super easy to use and cheap. And it's like a tiny little well that goes inside there, and I have never even emptied one yet, and I have a whole bottle. I don't think I'll ever have to buy more oil for it.
That's good. That's excellent. I love that. I had one. It's not. They used to sell it on Amazon, and I had it in one of my wish lists to get. And I saw it go down to 70, and I almost bought it at 70. Then it shot up back up to about 100, and now it's not available on Amazon. It hasn't been available for a while on Amazon. So you'd have to, I guess, I think you can still get it directly from Ulanzi.
Probably for 100.
Right. Yeah, for the full price. So I'm keeping an eye on that one for sure. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for a good deal.
Yeah, me too. If I can get a stellar deal, I'll definitely do that. That's why I've got a bunch of stuff I'm waiting for the Amazon Prime Day, and I'm crossing my fingers. I'm like, yeah drop that price, damn it. Like, if you got any of the small rig cubes, they're literally like about that big. They're about
the one that's even smaller than the Ulanzi, like this.
Yeah, and it's
this one is Ulanzi brand too, though.
Is that the okay? Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's right. Ulanzi is makes one as well. Similar thing. Yes, with the snoot
too.
Yep, with the snoot. Oh my god, I love that thing. I love the snoot. I love the barn doors because you can control that light so well. It's just an awesome thing to have for sure. I only own one.
You can fake that too. I have like this little business card for Milliworks. I should apologize to him if he sees this, because I didn't name him when we named people I buy props from. Milliworks out of Australia makes some of the best 112 guns ever created.
Okay.
But this is just one of his cards with a piece of tape on it, and you stick it to the side of your it creates a barn door without having to really have one.
Gotcha. Okay. Yep. I did create a snoot for my black light the other day, because I wanted to pinpoint rather than, because my black lights, it's about that big around, and it's a lot of purple glare, too much purple glare. But some of the Savage Crucible figures have got black light reactive paint that comes out when you shine the black light on it. So I wanted to concentrate on the specific area rather than have the entire thing flooded. So I just literally, it's just a piece of white paper I rolled up and stuck on the damn thing and flashlighted on there, and it worked nicely. So yeah, you can you get creative.
Yeah, and you definitely can.
Yeah, and that's the limit of my creativity. I can roll up a piece of paper, slap some tape on it. So Defender's saying, doesn't leave any film or residue. Any fog it makes dissipates in minutes. That's awesome.
Yeah, 100% awesome. Right.
Mm-hmm. All right, we are.
Is that you, Dave? Is that the mass device, Dave? Defender? I bet it is, Dave. Dan, sorry.
Is Defender mass device?
I think that's Dan. Yeah.
Come on,
talk to us, Dan.
Yeah, tell us, my friend. Dude, love your work too, my friend. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us, man.
I don't know how many. Hey, I knew it was him. I don't know how many I've missed because it's so small on my phone.
All right, I'll try to keep him out and call him out just in case.
Oh, you're
so
good.
You know that. Yeah. Okay, Mass Device. I got to ask you a question real quick. We were in a collab that used to do GI Joe. It was a GI Joe collab for a while, and I haven't heard anything since February on that. Did that collab just die, or did you guys kick me out? I mean, if you kick me out, it's cool. I know I'm not great, but if not, what happened? I missed that collab. Anyway, we'll get moving on.
Hey, we are in one that I don't run it, but I know the guy that does. So if you want in another Joe collab, I got you.
All right, I'll reach out. I'll let you know. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Captain Toy or something. Yep, that was the one. I think it just died. Okay. All right, that's fair. Probably. All right. I mean, we all get busy. I know, and
yeah.
If whoever was running it got busy with stuff, or something got sidelined or whatever. This is all just a hobby, right? We do as much as we can, have as much fun when we can, but at the end of the day, it's our hobby. So this one, I love this shot, my friend. I freaking love this shot. So let's get into this one.
Thank you.
This is the Sniper And again, the detail in your dio on this is unbelievable. Just it really feels like you're in that room with him. The cinder blocks, the debris around the floor. And then, of course, if you guys haven't seen this shot already on Instagram, the behind the scenes will blow your mind because the building in the background. Now, is this? I can't tell from the picture. This is not low light, is it? Or are you using low light?
It's only low light's head on the legacy figure.
Ah, okay, that makes sense.
And then yeah, it's again, it's so small. I think it is. I think it's a gridiron sniper rifle.
Okay, all right. Very-
The dio is a complete hodgepodge that I just put together. It's two different walls from two different builds, and then, like you said, I got the Vasco Toys backdrop, city scene backdrop in the background to be where his target would be.
That's what I was going to ask you about, where you got that. Okay, you answered that question for me. Yeah,
That was some of the first backdrops I got. Vincent Vasco Toys he has those, and he prints them on a very durable.
yeah.
It's like a PVC. It's like a 1/4-inch PVC board, and he has them printed on there, so it's it would literally last forever as long as you don't bend it or crush it or whatever. Very high quality. I mean, I've heard people complain that they're like $30, but they're the ones from Amazon are like 10 to 15. Yeah, I know his is 30, but again, it's not just a piece of cloth. So I mean, they're worth what.
Right.
And he prints them in matte, so the light doesn't glare off them too bad. He knows that he does it with the intention of toy photography. So I would definitely recommend them if anybody looks at his site and sees one they like. I have half a dozen from him.
Okay. Yeah. I've looked at his stuff numerous times. And again, it's a situation of, sometimes it's a situation of price, right? You're looking at it going, I don't want to spend this much. But yeah, it's worth it. I think based on your photography, I'm looking at it going, damn, all right. Yeah, I'm going to have to pull the trigger now, because I've been looking at his forest, and he's got one of them. It's like a stormy sky. And I really loved that one too. And I'm like,
the red sky.
Yes, the red sky.
Yeah,
thank you.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
That would definitely work really well with your Savage Crucible or like Mythic Legions or anything. I've used it with Cobra figures.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yep. It's versatile for sure. But yeah, definitely for a medieval fantasy style sword and sorcery, I think it would be amazing to look at.
Yeah,
for sure. No, I've got he's saved in my favorites as well on as far as his website, and it's like, maybe today I'll pull the trigger. We'll get there.
I understand.
Yeah, it's the whole thing is, when it comes to this kind of stuff, I say this all the time: take it piece by piece, step by step. And as time goes on, you'll find that you've accumulated a lot, and you're like,
too much.
Too much, yes. Just like with our toy collecting.
Anyone who doesn't think they have enough, don't worry. Before long, you will have too much.
Oh yeah. I find myself, I've got these tubs that I buy from Walmart, Sterilite, I think they are, and they've got the handles that clip on, and the lid on them and everything. And I started out, I bought like 3. I was like, oh, these will work great. I started using those for all my little dio pieces. Yeah. And I couldn't believe how quickly I filled one up. And I'm like, next thing I know, now I've got like 10, and I only have 2 that are empty, but only because I haven't put the stuff into them that needs to be put into them.
They're pre-filled, huh?
Right, exactly. And again, we were talking about this earlier, Defender. Yeah, aquarium and terrarium backdrops are very helpful. Super helpful.
Absolutely.
Very cheap from Amazon. Printed on matte fabric that doesn't catch the light. Yeah, I got at PetSmart 2 terrarium backgrounds. Now, only one of them I've used so far, and it's like a obsidian, and they're just 2 squares, and I've got those, and I'll use those a lot as my backdrop to fill out whatever else. And if you hit the light on it, the way that you can get the light to shine at an angle with it, it really kind of looks like the side of a mountain type thing. And I've got a desert version as well, like a sandstone desert. I haven't used that one yet in any picture, but again, that's very versatile. You can use that for a lot of stuff, and they were fairly cheap.
Yeah, the cloth backgrounds for the aquariums and terrariums, I've only recently, maybe in the last 6 months, kind of discovered those, and now I have, I don't know, 20. They're addicting like everything else for me, and they're amazing to use. Like Dan said, they're great because they don't reflect light, and if you're doing toy photography, that is a huge, amazing plus, because anybody who has pieces that do glare, you just spend so much time adjusting lights and adjusting the angle of the piece, so that it just gets really frustrating. So having things that are kind of plug and play are so great.
Absolutely. Digital Caveman, I don't know that mine's 10 gallons, but we're in there somewhere. I think mine might be like 5, but either way, you get it. You know.
The cabinets, you talk about having the totes. I don't have totes, but the cabinets there that I'm using for an island for my photo table is completely full of figures and props.
Nice.
nothing else in those cabinets except figures and props.
Yep. And again, okay, so Defender's saying also what you were saying earlier, Brad. A lot of times they come folded, which is a pain in the ass, but throw them in the dryer with a bunch of ice cubes, and you can get most of the fold lines out. There you go.
We covered that, and I did tell them it was a good friend that told me that trick. I'm pretty sure it might have been Dan.
That's awesome. That's fantastic. So yeah, no, that's great. I'm going to try that too. So, because I've got one that I had to do that with. We'll work on that maybe tomorrow. We'll see if I have time. So again, here's the and this is what I was talking about. You can see in the behind the scenes here, you can see that backdrop fully, the skyscraper and skyline in the background.
Right.
And again, it's just the placement. It's the angles and the placement, and you've got that down, man. It just looks absolutely amazing. And this is what was used to create that one little shot. And I'll say I don't say little in that in little.
It's okay. I called it our little hobby earlier. Same thing. This one, I think what I would say that maybe I was the most proud of with this, I think it was the first time I pulled off one where I believed the sunlight. I thought I finally nailed a real sunlight shot. Like, I was really happy with the lighting.
I think you absolutely should be. You should be very proud of that. Yeah, the way the shadows hit inside the room with the way that the light is outside of the room. I agree with you. You've nailed it. Absolutely. Yeah. That's exactly, if you were sitting in a room, that's exactly what it would look like looking outside into blatant sunlight.
Right.
Yeah. I'm with you on that.
And I know, I think someone made the comment on the post when I posted it that a sniper wouldn't sit there because the sunlight would glare off of his scope. And I was like, come on, man, they're just toys.
Don't forget, this is fantasy. We're playing out fantasy roles.
Yeah. But the person's not wrong. A sniper would not sit there with the sun glaring off his scope. But yeah, it is what it is.
Not. Yep, absolutely not. Absolutely. I agree. But yeah, it's still a cool photo though, right? Come on.
Thank you.
Wow, that looks real. See that, and that's
Thank
what I was talking about before. Yeah, the smudge is unbelievable. You talk about a great customizer right here, Smudge Customs. He is fantastic. His work is unbelievable. Go check him out. Smudge does a show, I believe it's once a month, with GI Customs, Mikey from JMK Custom Works. Oh, I always forget who the fourth one is. Smudge, help me out. I'm going to kick myself because I apologize. There's a fourth one involved, and they what they'll do is they set a goal of what kind of project they're going to do for that month. And come on, man, where's the realism? so they're going.
I had to fake it.
That's right. Gun Bunny, thank you. Jeez, why do I always forget that? Gun Bunny's with them as well. And so the four of them set a project to do.
Thanks.
And he can have an anti-glare on his scope. That's a good point.
See, there's Nader thinking outside the box.
Nader comes to the defense, and I like it. Smart. So anyway, they do a show on once a month where they come up with a project to do, and so they'll do the project and then present the project on their next show, basically, the four of them, and just amazing work. Smudge did it recently, a completely custom bike from, again, it was an anime. I don't know anime, but the thing was unbelievable, built from scratch. Really cool stuff. Really cool stuff. I love Smudge's work. And Smudge is with us on Sunday nights on Taleb's show, Men on Film. And great dude. You gotta love Smudge. Sunroom Mushroom says, really like the detail, makes it look even more realistic. Probably my favorite shot so far. Thank you. Did I say Sunday nights? I'm dumb. I meant Saturday nights. Well, it's Sunday mornings. It goes into Sunday morning every week. So we're almost there. We're halfway there. All right. So Brad, and I know Brad, I know I'm holding you up a lot longer. I said 90 minutes, and we're already at 2 hours. You let me know if we need to stop. You tell me. I don't want to drag you out.
No, I'm good, man. Having fun.
You're good. Okay. All right. Cool. Because I am too. Thank you. All right. Sometimes we go over this. I kind of felt this would be a show that we'd go over for sure. So I really wanted to dive into this. And is this the last shot? Let me just take a look. This is the last shot. Okay. And so, yeah, I did save this for last because I wanted to kind of dig on that. Smudge. Dude, you know it's real. Love you, brother. So, so this one I love, and there's a lot of story behind this, and it's very cool. We talked a little bit about this the other day. So a couple of things. You talked about your apocalyptic city background, and I'm a feeling that's what this is right here. Yes. And okay, so we've got usage of that right here, and we have a very special type of thing being showcased in this, and so go ahead and give us a little. I'll let you talk it up.
Yeah, this was like the world premiere, of the Red Atlas Creations Atlas truck. This is just a prototype. Actually, he sent me a couple of weeks ago. Anybody that's following Red Atlas or me probably saw last week it was released and posted, available to order on his website. It was a great honor for Nick to send it to me to photograph for him, for the website, and to allow me the privilege and honor of doing so. It was a humbling experience to get that kind of honor and recognition.
See, and I think I love that. I love that he reached out to you to do this, and I would have to say he reached out to the right person to do this, and I mean that greatly. So that's very cool. I love seeing collaborations like that within the community, right? The community, within the space, for sure. I love this, and I'm glad.
I had done a few shots for him before. I did his, and they weren't really pre-release things like this was, and they weren't nearly as big. But I did his flat cannon, and I did his gym equipment. Which again, all that was a great honor as well. But then when he reached out with this beast and said he wanted to ship one to me before and for me to do the shots, I almost couldn't believe it.
That's awesome. That's a great feeling for sure. And hey, look, you've earned that, man.
Thank you.
You've put in the work, and you showcase. I always can point out where all of Red Atlas's stuff is in your pictures. I'm like, I have that.
Good stuff.
Exactly. It's good stuff, reasonably priced, easy guys to work with. Never been disappointed. And I've noticed too, and I was a little ticked off, not really. Someone else, my buddy, one of my best friends, all right, because I turned him on to Red Atlas as well, and like Red Atlas has advanced on some of their items. Like some of their items, they're doing a little bit better than they used to, which is normal. You find better ways to do it. You can add a little bit here and there. So my buddy bought the same table that I got, and his has got this incredible texture on the top now that mine didn't have. And I'm like, oh, they upgraded. Now I got to get another one. So
Man, now you make me think I might need another one too, because I know mine has to be the early version and it's great, but now you're telling me it's better.
yeah, there was just, there was like this hint of texture across the top that just it it pops, and I
Yeah,
was jealous because mine was, earlier on. Like you said, it was earlier on. It was the
yeah,
workbench table, and
right.
it's a
The
smooth
two
top.
tier, that's the two
Mhm,
tier table, right? Yeah, that's the same
mhm.
one I have.
Yep, yep. Yeah, so he's upgraded a little bit. Okay,
Man.
fine. So we'll see. We'll see. But no, this is and this was let's see. Quentin jumped in and we brought this out real quick. Says, how did you do the fire effects, or is this a trade secret?
I hold no secrets, first of all.
Hmm.
If I can share anything to help anyone enjoy their photography more or make their photography, if feel happier with it, make it better, I'm more than happy to share anything. No secrets. Um, but to answer the question, the one to the far left is a piece I bought from a guy that's no longer in business, sadly. And it's made out of like spray foam insulation with a light inside of it, and then it's painted the orange and blacks on the outside to make it, give it more pop, because
Hmm.
the spray foam insulation comes out in like a dull, ugly yellow, and then he put the oranges, yellows, blacks on top of it, and shaped it, because you got to, it'll kind of, I mean, that stuff, if you just shot it right out of the can, it probably kind of looks like an explosion, but I know he shaped it. Plus, he has to like use some kind of Dremel tool or something to hollow it out to put a light in it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's literally a work of art, and no one else makes them like this, and I'm sad that he don't do them anymore, and it's the only one I have, and that's the sad story to the amazing special effect you see to the left. And the other one you can see in the BTS now, the one that's up above the truck, is just part of the backdrop, and I just hit it with a light.
Hmm. And you see that's amazing too. That again, a good backdrop can help you so much with.
Absolutely, it can
Yep,
it can make or break you.
yep, absolutely. And that explosion piece, that's yeah, that's unfortunate when you get that one item and then you can never find that person anymore. And that's the reality of the hobby, right? People get out of the hobby and don't,
Yeah,
it's a big world. They can disappear into the ether if they're not
yeah.
on social media anymore. Now I know. Have you ever seen? Do you know of Art G?
Oh yeah, I have some of his
Okay.
too.
Do you have some? Okay, okay. So
Yeah,
yeah, so you've seen
his
some
are
of his.
his are cotton based, and they're
Yep,
great.
yep.
Um, they just cannot have, they can't hold the detail that the spray foam does. But they're still amazing. I've
Mhm.
used them a multitude of times, and I love them. And Art's a great dude.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Art's a really great guy. I need to get one of his. I've seen his in a number of. In fact, I've seen him in your shots. I've
Yeah.
seen his explosions in your shots. So that's
Don't
right.
let
I do know.
anything stop you from getting his, because you can get them. His
Mhm.
medium sized ones are like $15, man. He don't charge anything. It's ridiculous.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I
I'll
mean that one in that back. The reason I only bought one is because it was like $80. So
Mhm,
I was like, oh, I'll buy another one later, and then later came and he was gone, a
mhm.
ghost.
Yep. Yep. That's wild. So Ed Defender says they don't look as good as what Brad has here, but you can also glue cotton balls to a clear plastic cup, hit it with some black dry brush, put a light underneath it, good to go. That sounds a lot like work to me.
Yeah, that is
Uh,
that is similar to what Art does. But yeah,
mhm, mhm, for sure. Yeah, I bought one of those cloud things from Walmart. Is a little kit where you can create a cloud. So basically, it's a similar idea. Doesn't come across as detailed, trust me, but it's still kind of neat, and you can fudge ideas in the background. So you got a
yeah,
bottle, right? And the kit costs like $10. So you got this little bottle, and then you've got these LED lights, and you literally just wrap them around the bottle, and then you glue the cotton balls to it, and however you want it to form, and you can, and the LED lights up, and you got different colors that you can do with it.
yeah.
It's neat. It's not great for. I mean, you doing a little paint would certainly help, I'm sure. But I just did it for an experiment to see if it was any good. I haven't used it in any shots yet because it's not great, but maybe one of these days we'll try it. But yeah, that's a similar idea. So
There's so many options, and you just never know till you try.
Exactly. That's exactly it. So on this one, so do we have more Atlas shots coming in the
Oh
coming
yeah.
days, weeks? Oh yeah.
I posted one yesterday too.
Okay.
I got the Atlas truck inside the warehouse with a couple of Joes, about ready to roll out on a mission.
Yeah.
Posted yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then I have another one already made that I haven't posted yet. Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow shot.
Oh, cool. All right. Kind of an homage to the Rise of Cobra movie, or we just want to keep that quiet and not say anything?
A little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, more. All three of those I did just because I wanted to get shots to Nick for for the website and for posting,
Mhm.
and I just wanted to think of just different ideas. And actually, so that one came about because I just got the Mezco Snake Eyes, the Commando version, and I had to use them in a shot. So
There you go.
timing worked out great. The same week I got the Atlas, I got that figure. So
Ooh, that's a good week, man.
yeah,
That's a
that was a great week. That one I got a great deal on that one because it was open, and incomplete. He's missing his knife. I'm like, I got 2,000 knives. So what?
Mhm.
And I got it for like half price of what people are charging for it on eBay. It's
That's a good deal. Yeah.
yeah,
You, that's one of those that's very tough to say no to. That's
yeah. And that made me 100% complete on the Mezco Joes. I have every one they made now, which is only like 6 or something, but it makes me mad that I don't think they're going to make anymore.
Yeah, it's sad because I do like what they did. I haven't bought any Mezco. I don't own a Mezco. Never have bought a Mezco, but I've come very close to at least getting that Mezco Destro, because that
Yeah.
Destro is
That's a
Firefly
good
was
one
too.
because it's on like the clearance sale now for like 50 or 60 or whatever.
Yeah, I know.
It's a great figure. If you get it, you
Mhm.
won't be disappointed. The only downside to Mezco is that rabbit hole, and they are expensive.
Right, exactly. That's part of the challenge. I am a sucker for the rabbit hole, and I've found this for the past couple of years. It's like, oh, just buy this, just try this one.
Yeah.
Then
At
yeah,
least we're just buying toys and not drugs.
that's true. Hey, exactly. The toys won't kill us, I don't think.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not. Question from Roper. Brad, where do you get those backdrops, the fabric ones?
Amazon.
Amazon. Hmm.
They have everything. They have the terrarium aquarium ones that are like 2 feet wide, 18 inches tall. Maybe I'm off a little bit on that sizing. And then even the big ones, like I said earlier in the show, these ones I'm hanging in the background are 7 feet wide and 5 feet tall. All of them are from Amazon. The big ones are only $15. The small ones are even cheaper. So it's a great thing to have and very inexpensive.
Yeah, yeah, they are surprisingly inexpensive and they work well. Like I was saying before, I've got two Sky ones, one a little bit thicker material, not true fabric, and then
Yeah.
one that's much more fabric that is more sheer, not sheer, well, kind of sheer. So I guess if you could put light behind it and could even possibly help in a shot.
Yeah.
Have you tried that yet? Now that I think
I
about
haven't.
this,
Mine is too close to the shelf. I mean, I could probably open the cabinet that's behind it and put a light inside it because it has glass doors and shine through that way. But I hadn't even thought about that. I usually just shine light from the front. It usually works pretty well.
the front. Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah. No. Plastic crack is a drug.
Absolutely is. But it won't kill you, hopefully.
Well, toys won't kill you. Small soldiers will. Showing my age.
Oh, you're not wrong. And I got a lot of Joes, and they all got guns.
Yeah. Yeah. Seriously, between it would be disaster. And
I have over 100. I got over 100 classifieds now. I don't even know how many. That's not counting any Valaverse or Monster Force either.
Right. That's the thing. Any one of us, if they were to come to life, we're doomed.
We're done. Let's just hope the good guys protect us and win the battle.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so Brad, we're gonna we're gonna wrap it up. That was our last shot that we went over.
Cool.
I want to go back real quick to the bring back the behind the scenes. And again, definitely, if you guys don't follow Brad, which I have no idea why you wouldn't at this point or haven't already at the end of the show or as we've been going through this, I mean, it's just fun stuff to look at. Go do it. Go do it now. Well, wait. Let's finish the show.
Go do it after the show.
Absolutely. Unless you're watching this on your computer and your or your TV, and you're sitting on your phone as well, like I do when I watch YouTube. Then go ahead, do both. It's cool. We love it. But again, we've gone way over, and I know I've kept you longer than I promised you I was going to keep you.
No, you're good, man. It's been a great time.
All right, same. It's been for me as well, and I know Sneaky feels the same way. So let's wrap this up for the evening. What we're going to do is remove that. And thank you to everybody that came out in the chat and hung out with us tonight. Questions were great. The conversation was fantastic. It was awesome seeing so many people from Instagram jump in that I follow and have not necessarily had a much back and forth talking with. It's good to see you guys as well. And I love the feedback from everybody. And that's been one of the greatest things with this, getting into this whole thing is everyone. I have not run across anyone who's been a gatekeeper, and Brad, you were no exception to that. You've been a guy. I think I'd asked you a few things here and there, and you were extremely open. And oh yeah, here, do this and do that, and I appreciate that so much, man.
I'm an open book. I don't like I told someone that asked a question. I don't believe in keeping secrets. I think if anybody does in this hobby, they're doing the wrong thing. They should do better, because I've learned so much from others, and I'm more than happy to pass the information along. I have no photography classes. I have no photography background. Everything I've learned is self-taught, but more than that, it was learned from other toy photographers by asking questions, or just them giving the information, or them posting behind the scenes photos or videos.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mirror that, because that's exactly how I've learned. And obviously, like I said, I've got a lot to learn still, but
we all do.
Don't be afraid to. And that's why I hope this show helps some people come out and hang out and learn from each other and just kind of enjoy it together, right? And have conversations each week, show off people's work. And I've said it a million times, when we're spotlighting anybody's work, there's not a concern of whether you are a top tier photographer or if you've done, this, that, or the other thing. This is about your hobby. That's what this is. This is our hobby. This is fun. Let's just show some stuff off. I'm more than happy to, Coda Forge right here. Let me just bring this up. It is a great example of this. I know Coda has said he's very new to this, and I think we found you here. I don't remember exactly, Coda. You'll have to remind me. But I know you're very new on Instagram, and his photography is really fucking good. I'm like, you're doing great, brother. I'm really enjoying your work. And he said before, he's very new to this, and it's like, all right, you're on a great track. So love seeing your work, and I love that you found the show, and hope to you'll be able to give advice to us as well. So
absolutely,
again, all fun stuff. Brad, I am so happy you said yes to come on here and got to hang out with you and got to meet you face to face.
Yeah, an honor to be asked.
Yeah, I hope we can do this again. I hope we can do a part 2, because I feel like, again, this is usually a 90-minute show. We're 2.5 hours into that 90-minute show, and I feel like we have so much more we can talk about. So
100%. You know how to reach me.
Right on. That is awesome. So Brad, for anybody that's just tuning in or anything else, I know I've been bragging about you all night. Where can people see you? What can people find about you? And just give a kind of a lowdown shout out yourself and whatever else.
Yeah, just as it says on the picture there, Good Man Toys on Instagram. If you like toy photography, and if you're watching this show, I would assume you do. Otherwise, I don't really know why you're here. I love it, and I'm open book. Anybody has any questions, feel free to message me or comment on a photo or however you like. If I don't answer you, tell Lou I didn't answer you, and he'll get in touch with me, and I'll answer you then. But I'm humbled and honored to be asked to do the show, and that anyone ever likes, shares, comments, follows anything to my work. It's just my hobby, and I have a lot of fun with it.
Absolutely. And again, I have fun watching your stuff and seeing it all unfold, each shot that you take. So I always look forward. What's Brad doing today? Because you post almost daily, which is awesome. It's like, yeah, no, thank you so much for coming on. Like I said, you were one of the guys when I put this together. I said, I'm going to have to ask him and see if I can convince him to come on the show. And so I'm very appreciative for sure. And we definitely need to do it again. I think the chat's probably going to agree with that for sure. Everybody that comes out each week, again, a lot of familiar faces. I see you guys every week. I love you guys. A lot of new faces tonight. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out with us. As always, now it's pitch time, right? So where can you find, what can you find, blah, 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 blah. Please, I urge you to go follow Brad. And I probably put my hand in the wrong direction. I can never remember. So go follow Brad on Instagram. Exactly, right there. You can always find me if you want on Instagram. It's Lucidabase3. You guys know, same deal with me. Toy photography, have some fun, take some pictures. If you have a question for me, I can certainly try to answer. You never know. Maybe I have a good answer. I don't know. It's possible. But you can find us here on Figure Fight Club Network. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll see you guys next week on Taking the Shot. We've got to go through a rundown of the shows. Tuesday night, or Monday nights. Let's rewind. Monday nights, Talib 1980 _ collects Decepticast at 10:15. Decepticon news every week with Talib and Anna. They give you the lowdown, great detail on Transformers news. Fun show for sure. Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock, and this is all Eastern Standard Time when I say the times. Eastern 8 o'clock. We have the open mic night. Open mic night is literally that. We put the link in the chat, and if you want to join us on screen, hit that link, jump in. And the only thing we ask is, hey, we don't talk about politics here. We don't attack each other. We stay away from attacking people. That's about it. Other than that, let's show off our toys, have some fun, talk toys, talk what you love, talk what you dislike about the toys, all that kind of stuff. I've learned a lot from being a part of that. And so I urge anyone to come in. And Brad, again, if you ever are bored on a Tuesday night, come join us. Thursdays right here, Taking the Shot, 9 p.m. Eastern. It's supposed to be an hour and a half show. You never
An
know
hour
how
ago.
it might go, right?
Yeah, it's been fun.
It has been for sure. Friday nights.
My wife probably thinks I got lost, but
I know. I'm sorry. I apologize to your wife.
It's all good.
I'm sorry. Forgive me. Friday nights, Plastic Journey at 9 p.m. We have a special guest. We have a video. Abby, are you with us? You can go ahead and play the video.
We collect the Mezcos and Marvel Legends and even the third parties. We shop the Legos and McFarlane's and we even check out the Barbies. We hunt to Walmart and at Target and anywhere with toys. We help each other out because we do it for the boys. Welcome to the Plastic Journey Podcast.
J5 Toys will be joining us tomorrow night. That's going to be a fun show. I'm looking forward to it. Come hang out with us. Let
me say before you sign off to you or Abby or whoever puts the video and music together, it's killer, man. Before the show came on, but before I was put on stage at the beginning when the show was playing, I was just jamming out. It was great.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
It's great.
Thank you very much. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Lastly, where were we? Saturday nights, 11 p.m. all Eastern time on Talib 1980 _ collects channel. Talib's one of our co-hosts here on Figure Fight Club, as you probably already know, and he's got his own channel as well. On his channel on Saturday nights at 11 p.m. is Men on Film. It is basically a bunch of us discussing different movies. This week's topic is going to be, and remember, if you're new to the show, or if you're not new to the show, remember the rules on this show are very, very loose, so just deal with it. But the topic is going to be best driving scenes or road trip movies, and it's gonna be fun. The list of movies that we're going through, it'll be a fun time. It'll be a fun time for sure. So come hang out with us there. I think I hit all the points. I'm not good at the controlling the spitting out all the promotional stuff. I'm terrible at the promotional stuff. So anyway, again, Brad, thank you so much. I appreciate you greatly. Hope to have you on again. Chat.
Thank you.
Love you guys. Replay Squad. I hope you guys enjoy the show, and we will see you. Well, I'll see some of you guys tomorrow night, but we'll definitely see you next week on Taking the Shot. We don't have a guest yet, so we're working on that. So I don't have any fancy video for it or any announcement yet. We're working on that, day by day type thing. So anyway, appreciate everybody. Everybody have a great night. All right.
Thanks, Lou.
Thank you.
Night, everybody.
Night.
As we wrap up tonight's fun, the figures in talk, so we've just begun. Join us next time for thrills anew. In the world of Figure Fight Club, it's all for you. Make sure to subscribe and smash that like button. See you next week on Figure Fight Club. Stay strutting. This isn't goodbye, it's just to see you later. In the meantime, go check out another creator. So keep your figures on display until we gather here someday. Remember the tales and the laughs we shared. Here at Figure Fight Club, you're treasured and cared.